longer. King, show us what this is all about.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I actually can't believe we're here right now. This is crazy. Hi everybody, welcome to Astrobot. Could you tell? It's not like they're singing the song or anything like that. This game came out September 2024. It won Game of the Year, which is like deserved. Didn't expect it, but deserved. But yeah, as I bestow the honor of holding this plush over to my couch members, would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yes, hello, I am Mr. B-Dud5. I am the current world record holder for Astrobot. I love this game to death. I love looking for strats and glitches in it, and King's gonna show you a great showcase of it today.
Yeah, I'm spikevegeta, and Astrobot is the game of the year and is such a wonderful 3D platformer. I hope this leads to more wonderful 3D platformers being made in the industry in general with how much notoriety it's had. Awesome to see the speed run here.
Hey, my name's Addie, go by itsaddieofficial. I'm a previous runner of Astro's Playroom, and I'm a community moderator for this whole series of games, Astro's Playroom, Astrobot. Happy to be here.
Yeah, and like Adi just said, Astro's Playroom was free on the PS5. This is a new game from the ground up that released last year, basically building upon that, and it has a ton of references to PlayStation characters. We're not going to be able to name them all. We'll try to name a couple of them, and a lot of them are actually references to other games in this event, so that's really cool. So I think without further ado, we're ready for the debut. Audience, do you think we're ready? Woo! All right, I need some help with this countdown then. You guys are too hyped for me. 3, 2, 1, go!
Also, if you have a favorite reference, like donate and tell us what it is.
That'd be a really good idea. Let's like start a $5 donation train with your favorite reference in the game. I would love to hear those actually. And some new ones got added with the DLC for the speedrun DLC, and also just some of the, oh, whoops, there we go. Just some of the extra levels they've added for free, which is really awesome.
So what you'll see most of the time throughout the run here that King is doing is cutscene skips. So what we do is we go back to the title, so that way we skip the cutscene as it's playing. It saves usually like 15, 20 seconds each time we do it. So you're gonna hear I am Astrobot a couple of times.
Just in case you forgot what you're watching, you know? Like. Also, this is Nebulax. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say who specifically this is supposed to be, but look, it's a monster and it's green and this is a PlayStation game. You can do the rest.
It's Nebulax.
It is Nebulax. You're right. Okay, anyhow, moving on. I plead the fifth. So, into our first level. This game is gorgeous, if you can't tell. Also, look at the twin sticks here. You can see me move them. Nice little thing that a lot of people don't know about that game, about this game. So, any percent. We need 200 bots to beat the game. There are 300 total in the base game. And there's our first one. 1 out of 200 down. There you go.
One down.
Yep, and we punch them.
And we punch them, yes.
Yeah, I love that you have to beat them up.
Yeah, in order to make friends, you have to punch them, just like, not like real life, but.
All right.
All right, so we have our first skip coming up here if you want to explain it.
Yeah, so we got, so he's gonna skip this puzzle piece here and use just some geometry on the side there, you know. Looks pretty much invisible, but there's a little bit of ground there that he can just literally stand on and go straight for Ratchet. We love Ratchet. First special bot of the run. We're gonna have a lot of IP references.
Shout out to Zem running Ratchet and Clank later this event.
Yeah, in 2 days.
So that puzzle piece, the reason why we skip that is because every time we get a puzzle piece, there's actually a cutscene that plays once we head back to our ship. We skip that cutscene, but there is basically the premise of this is that we have to get all of our bots and we gather parts of our PlayStation to go back and kill Nebulax.
And save the CPU kid.
That's is correct.
The main thing that we're looking to do. Right there, I just used the octopus's feet to get up top there. Just a small minor skip.
Here's our first power-up of the game.
Yeah, so what's really unique about Astrobot is that most levels will showcase a unique power-up that you won't usually see again. So it's very creative in introducing a lot of these power-ups. And for a speedrun like this means that there's special tech for us to learn and master for each level. So this power-up right here is, we're trying to minimize as much time as we can as we're in the balloon, because it's slightly slower than just, you know, being in midair. But yeah, it's a cool little introduction power-up, and we'll see a lot more.
And that's our first level, just like that. We're done.
Nicely done. Yeah, as far as the structure of the Astrobots are concerned, most of the kind of, I guess, normal levels throughout the game are going to have 7 bots in them. And for the most part, if we go into the level, we're going to get all of them in our way, with a few exceptions here and there. For the most part, if you look at the world structure, there's kind of these different rings of worlds. So right there, he had to complete that first level. Of these next 2, he actually only needs the exit of one of them to open the 3rd tier, and then from that to get to the boss fight. There'll be 5 worlds in total that we're going to try to get through. That being said, we're going to go here into Aztec Trail. We're going to be getting a handful of bots, and we're going to look for our first secret exit of the run. Ooh.
Yes, and these secret exits are all throughout the different levels. There's 2 of them per world.
Yeah, and like we said a lot, there's a lot of minor skips in this run that are going to add up throughout the course of it. Also, a main thing that we'll talk about later is sprint speed, which is needed for some jumps. Like coming up here, we're going to jump around this corner, and you need sprint speed in order to do it. So I'm going to try to build it here and do this.
All right,
and there we go, nice.
Yeah, it's such a subtle piece of tech that, like, I loved this game, 100% of it. I never knew sprinting was a thing in this game.
Don't worry, we didn't either.
Yeah, and one of our lead glitch hunters, Pico, actually found a ton of glitches in this game before he even knew that that was tech in the game. So
it's kind of one of those things we were talking about beforehand because I was trying to fully understand it. Almost imagine it like P-Speed from Super Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario World. You kind of got to run for a little bit to build up the speed.
Nice.
And then after 5 seconds, you can just keep it rolling. Even through stuff like picking up Astrobots, because you talked about that a little bit, B-Dubs, how it kind of pauses the game whenever you get one.
Yeah, so essentially like you're wanting to keep track of your inputs as you're going into the bot, and then like whatever input you have going into the bot, kind of like you want to carry out that input going forward. So if I'm moving like forward left into the bot, I need to keep that in mind, that I'm not like going in completely opposite direction after the bot animation's over, and that it just completely destroys my sprint speed.
Yeah. So that's our first secret exit. I'm gonna let you guys listen to this because this is a really cool Easter egg. Just listen to when like the music in the secret worlds. So shh. Secret. Secret. That's something that like I always like calling out. Just
it's
small
one of my favorite
touches.
tracks in the game.
So while we're in, this is Fan Club, our first secret exit. Every time we get a secret exit, we're actually going to be sent to a smaller level. And there's only 5 bots in this level, so we're going to collect all of them and then get out of here. It's a quick 1-minute level. So if you want to like talk more about just like basic mechanics or like the story of the game, you can go ahead and do that as I get through this.
Yeah, of course. So sprint speed, getting more on that. It's actually a carryover mechanic from the previous game in this series, Astro's Playroom. So essentially how that would work is it's kind of like, I know Spike explained a little bit, but it's kind of like kicking into second gear. After you hold down, forward for about 5 seconds, you go into second gear. And you'll see sometimes throughout the run where we run in circles just so we can build this up so we can get faster jumps. In Playroom, however, like even you were still keeping your sprint speed even after you died. So if you died like trying to mess up a trick or something, it wouldn't necessarily mess it up too bad because you wouldn't have to build up sprint speed afterwards. But they fixed that in this game, so.
Yeah, I'm not just like really excited to get to the next place. I promise I'm doing it for a reason.
The other thing to note, as we're about to come up to the end of the level, all of the secret exits, we don't need, or the secret levels, we don't need the exit pad in it. This game has a really nice quality of life where generally in a lot of these platformers, you have to finish the level to then bank all the stuff you might have gotten in there. As long as you get a bot, that is saved forever inside of the file you're on. So get those 5. Getting that exit doesn't do anything for us, but getting the secret exit from earlier does successfully allow us to go to the 3rd tier of worlds within this first world.
Now, Addie, I just went back into Crash Site. Why did I do that?
Well, you did almost forget to do the best skip in the run, Addie's skip. So essentially, Addie's skip is.
I wonder who named that one.
Not me.
Oh yeah.
Categorically false accusation.
That's so true.
Essentially, after we beat the mini boss of this, or after we beat the boss of this world, we go back to our crash site, and there's a long cutscene that's supposed to play. But instead of playing that cutscene, when we can't skip it, we play it on our way back to World 1 after we do our secret levels. So we save about 6 seconds doing that.
Yeah, and like, it's just something that we never thought about. And then like 3 days later, I was like, yeah, this is faster. I think I was like the first person to try doing it. I'm like, oh yeah, never mind, you're right.
Not named after me, by the way.
Are you sure about that?
Accusation, yeah. No,
Okay,
there's
right.
somebody else in our community, well-known member named Addy. One of the best and brightest in our community.
Well-beloved member named itsaddieofficial.
Also a mod.
So true. You're just the fake one here. This is another level that we're not going to finish. Like Spike mentioned, we don't need to finish every single level. We just need to finish one in each line. But these bots are so quick that we're just going to come in here, get 6 bots, and then leave. And you're going to see that a couple times where we're going to go into levels and not finish them, and it's just so we can get that bot count up there.
Yeah, and at the end of this level, he's going to leave planet instead of exiting to title, because it's very similar time-wise, but you want to leave planet whenever you're going to keep basically, you're going to be traveling to another level inside that same nebula field in orbit.
Nice little invisible ledge grab I did there. That's a small time
Here
saver.
we've got one of the trickiest bots to get early on in the run. This is one of our run killers early on. So as you can see here.
Easy. Let's
Yeah.
Good job.
He says easy. That is not easy to do.
That's not easy.
No.
That was easy that one time. You need sprint speed for that. So
Yeah, there's a certain science to like slopes that are kind of like in that incline level that just give you a little bit of extra height than what just normally jumping would do. But yeah.
I need Twitch chat help for this level. We need your best dance emotes. This has like
This level's so good.
This is one of the best songs in the game, and just like a lot of the other tracks from this game, this is a reused track that Kenneth reused from some of his previous work on the Astro series. So there's 3 games in the Astrobot series. There's Astrobot Rescue
I'm
Mission.
going to interrupt really quick because we're going to do a really cool launch here.
Yeah.
And
He's
here we go.
There we go.
Oh, very
Good job.
cool.
Nice.
Let's go.
So we
Not
got
skip waiting around.
So we have Astrobot Rescue Mission, which was a game released just for PlayStation VR, which not many people played, but it is still a banger. That's where this track comes from. And then, like I said before, we have Astro's Playroom, which is the built-in game on the PlayStation 5. Think of it kind of like as a demo to this game. And then we have Astrobot, which is, of course, the game of the year.
Also, we have the magnets here. For some reason, I always get a glitch here that no one else gets. I figured out why it happens, I think, but sometimes you can throw the ball and it just won't activate the what you threw it at. Also, we have the dash dog, a lot of people's favorite power-up, and it's very good for speedruns if you can't tell, because, you know, we dash.
Yes, it became the first DLC level that was geared towards, and everyone loved just building speed, pun intended, for that.
Wait, Vita, did you say DLC levels? Isn't there like a DLC level donation incentive that you can donate for right now?
I don't know, there might be.
There absolutely is, and we are now just shy of $15,000 out of the $25,000 we need to get that done.
Chat, we can get that. I think we can get that. Audience, can we get that?
More Astrobot. Let's do it.
Shout, do you have any donations for us?
I have so many donations for you.
Sounds good.
I'm going to start with a donation from Wazowski for $250. This is my first time donating. Very, very long time watcher. I'm glad to be donating to such a good cause. Very excited to see that Astrobot run. I also have a $30 donation from Haxum. Hello from back couch. As well as $25 from Ad129. Let's go, King J.
Yo, thank you.
Although I don't know anything about Astrobot, I always love watching your grinds of the game. Good luck and have fun.
Many hours put into this game, man.
Also, a quick reminder, if you want to get in on that train for the favorite reference in Astro Boy Bot game, get those donations in. I'm going to get that train rolling somewhere after the 55-minute mark. So, gamesdonequick.com/donate. Get them in now.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played this game very much either. I just watch King play it, so.
Yeah, you just mod the leaderboard, you know.
Yeah, I just mod the leaderboard.
But yeah, that soundtrack in that level, it's just so good, man.
It's such a banger. Okay. Well, now that you've completed all the levels in this nebula, you have a very special final level. Well,
Gorilla.
I can't believe people don't know, like, say there's no Nintendo references to this game. We have Donkey Kong right here.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah,
That's why I'm on the couch.
That's why you're
all right?
here,
Yeah,
Spike.
that's the only reason.
So yeah, this is, oh my God, I'm gonna forget the name.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey
Kong.
He's Donkey Kong. Sorry, Astrobot devs.
Also, can we get a quick round of applause for Team Asobi just in general?
Yeah, woo!
I want to shout them out because not only did they show that 3D platformers still have a market, but also that you don't need to make like a Souls game to win Game of the Year, and I really appreciate that. And also, again, they have been supporting this game with free DLC coming out and stuff like that, and hopefully I can show off the speedrun levels, which are all free to play if you own the game. All right, so now we have our first boss fight, and a lot of the boss fights are going to see like death abuses and
Mighty
stuff like
Chewy,
that.
Gorilla.
I don't know why I actually forgot the name of
So
this.
we have some cool platforming tech here that King's showing off right now. So essentially, these platforms, you're supposed to get to each one by one, and Mighty Chewy will throw these metal beams, and that's how you're supposed to get over to them. But you can actually do it faster by jumping off and using the boost.
Yeah, and like I said, other boss fights are going to have like some death abuses and stuff like that that make them go much faster. This one doesn't have that, so Shout, you can take it away again if you want.
I've absolutely got you covered. Let's go with a $5 donation from Storm Rider. Hi, GDQ. My name is Storm, and I am 5 years old, and Astrobot is my favorite game. I like
Yes.
all of the friends, but the best friends are the monkey ones. Yesterday was my birthday, and me and my dad are watching Astrobot. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Hi,
That is
Storm.
so awesome. Speaking of monkey,
We're going to be getting to the monkey level next up, so.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty big level in the speedrun for multiple reasons.
Yeah, it's also one that is like really hard to get good at.
it's very RNG dependent.
We can talk more about that here in a little bit. Shout if you want to get a few more donations out.
I'm sure I got one or two here. Let's go with $15 from Steve TV Online. So proud of you for getting onto the big stage. You're the back couch. What?
I think he's the back couch.
I guess he's the back couch.
I don't think I'm the back couch. Thank
Who's
you
the
so
back
much,
couch? I have $108 from Astrobot.
Oh.
I am Astro Boy.
He's here.
I mean, bot. I also have $25 from Anonymous. So excited to see more Astro Boy. Boy? Bot? Boy. What are we running again?
Heyo.
Do these count for Shout's Counter? Let's see that speedrunning DLC. And yes, we are now over $16,000. 65% of the way there. We need about $8,500 to go. Please keep those donations coming.
Woo! King's gonna do a thing right here
Nice.
to
Nice.
hit
I
the
counted
banana
to
as
8
it
there
comes
for
up.
that one.
I use a little visual thing with the stars.
I use audio cue.
So you normally have to wait for that banana to pop up and land on the ground, but you can hit it as it's flying up towards the arena. So there you go. Also, huge reference time. So at the end of each world, we're going to be playing a level based off of an established franchise from PlayStation. Starting off with Ape Escape. Shout out to Ape Escape 4 being shown off. 2. I don't know why I said 4. Ape Escape 2 being shown off by Rekelts later during this event.
It's very fitting that this is the first like special bot special IP level here because a lot of the devs at Team Asobi used to be a part of Japan Studio, the devs of Ape Escape. So
Yeah.
seeing that being carried over through this is awesome.
And this is basically kind of like a Ape Escape level if it was recreated. There's even like the radar that you have in this. Of course, we already know where they all are, so we don't have to use it, but it's still a cool touch, especially when you're playing the game casually.
Yeah, it's very cool that they could have just kept it as simple as, oh, you're wearing the Ape Escape skin, right? Like, that's all it is. But they went so much further beyond that at the end of each of these worlds, and these are ultimately the levels in each of the nebulas that we're trying to finish, these unique ones. This first one based on Ape Escape, a couple other games later on, but you're actually taking on full-on extra mechanics with there being the net and everything. Very, very cool stuff.
They're also like very like true to what the game is. Like after I played this, I was like, I want to play I want to play Ape Escape. And so
Oh, yeah, great game.
Me too.
And so I actually went and played it, and I have so much more appreciation for this level now that I did that. I wanted to play Loco Roco next because spoiler alert, there's that coming up later.
That's the best level in the game.
It's a trippy level.
The momentum on that level is
Right,
insane
nice.
too. You'll see that later.
Right here, we're gonna skip a cutscene. This is one that I didn't know you could skip when I started running the game. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
That was a fast cutscene skip. Good job on that.
Thank you. I practiced day and night for that one. This is the worst monkey coming up here in the entire level. This one sucks so much.
We'll see if he gets it quick.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna have to deke him out a little bit. There you go, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, because if you don't jump at the right time when you're going down that like slicky mud stuff, it's like all your sprint speed just goes down drain. So it's really picky.
And we manipulated this monkey to go right earlier, so now we can just catch him on the way up.
And now we have the final boss of the area.
Yeah, Spectre. So Spectre has a quick kill or a quick capture that we're gonna be doing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's one of those things that I just don't really understand. I'm just gonna mash and hope it works.
Yeah, it's kind of like as soon as he gets up and he's like has like the frame where he's available to get caught, like he's supposed to go away, but yeah, you like literally have like a few frames to be able to catch him before he goes away. Because we
right
just
here.
mash the net, it's like
Oh, come on.
no.
It didn't.
Hey, come on, Spectre. Thank you.
Nice.
Hey, nice.
Nice. That's a really good World 1 time. So that's like a
Exactly.
19.3x World 1. There's only like a couple people who get sub 20, and that was a very good sub 20 run. I'll take
Great
that.
World 1. Hell yeah.
Nice.
So this is our first time going to basically the hub world, where we have to get a bunch of different things. This is where our ship is, called the crash site. So there will be, after each section, after each world in this game, we have a piece of the PlayStation 5 that we have to put back together, lore accurately.
Also, enjoy motion controls. This is where they begin. I hope you can see them. Oh, you definitely can. Yeah, this is where you're gonna see me start flailing my arms around a little bit.
Tamer time.
It is faster.
It is, yeah, every crash site will
Okay.
be well, not everyone, but most crash sites will be slightly faster just because of these motion control
I felt that on this
sections.
stage. Your hammer is so strong.
It's a big one.
It's shaking the couch.
I'm sorry. It's an earthquake.
Ow.
But yeah, that is actually faster to use motion control there. And also specifically for the next level, the first one in World 2, you're gonna see why we specifically use motion controls for the monkey. And it's pretty apparent once we get there. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm gonna see if I get the glitch here. Okay, so if you pull the lever on the first frame, the lever will glitch and stay up for some reason. I think I've gotten it a total of 8 times ever. But it'd be really cool to show it off, and it just breaks the audio a little bit. It doesn't do anything.
Well, and it's also a visual glitch because the lever kind of sticks out of the PlayStation here. But it is, we got 3 more chances to do it. So
We'll see if I can get it. That'd be really cool. Again, it doesn't. It's just a visual bug and an audio bug. Also, shout outs to Parappa the Rapper
I was
flossing.
about to say that. And speaking
My
of Parappa
man,
the Rapper,
dude.
let's see if he gives them some good luck today.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to explain bot RNG, please? This is the good
Yeah.
time to do that. Good luck to me.
Yeah, so bot RNG, basically, they have it set up so that the bots are going to help you either climb things or you're going to swing on them to get to different parts of the game. They take their time. It's completely up to their AI on how fast they want to be, and they want to show off how all forming up at once. So sometimes they'll form up like 10 at once. Sometimes
squad?
it'll just be like that last single one, like right
Oh, there
here.
he is.
He's going to take
Parappa. It's
forever.
Always
Okay.
Parappa.
So
You're busy flossing, dude.
I had to shout out this. Parappa is always the slowest. I don't know what it is. Bro is just off doing his own thing, and we respect it.
He is off doing his own thing. He's making a music career for
That
himself.
is true. Okay, look, I can't be too hard on him.
Oh, and also right here, what King's doing with the spin there, there's you can keep and preserve your momentum on a ledge if you spin off the edge. Like the ledge isn't you're not gonna go off if you're spinning off it, but you can jump with a spin without losing full max sprint. Because there's a lot of times when you try to jump off without a spin and if you jump off at the edge, it just kills all the momentum, even
Also-
though it still allows you to jump.
As you can see, by the way, these bots are really quick for us to grab. We're going to be grabbing every bot in every crash site just because like there's no cutscenes and stuff like that for them. So
Yeah, bless the no bot animations here.
These guys are also very slow sometimes.
All right.
Okay, there we go. That's
nice.
fine. And once again, the satellite cutscenes are pretty long. So you know what?
Good
I need
job.
a reminder of who I am. Let's go.
Let's see if the audience knows.
Is that a call for donations?
Yeah, if you
Okay,
want to throw some
okay.
donations, feel
I'm
free.
just making sure. Well, I've got a $50 donation from Astrobot that says, "Am I Astrobot?"
He is.
So you're not the only one
Yes.
confused here. I also have a $50 donation from Bloodshot 9001. Despite a very rough year, Astrobot as a game, a speed game, and a speed community has been a beacon of positivity. Wish I could be there with you guys, but I'm still happy to watch you show off this awesome run.
Oh, thank you so much, Bloodshot. We wish you were here, man.
Yes, one of our 80% runners, Bloodshot.
Okay, so sorry if I cut you off there.
No, you're the runner. You can cut me off. It's okay.
Sounds good. All right.
That's how we do it here.
All right, so now we get to the most painful physically in terms of power-ups. We have the monkey power-up. You are going to see my arms go crazy here, and the reason why, actually, if Spike, do you want to explain why I'm going to be going crazy here?
Dude, yeah, I just finally physically saw you doing it. Yeah. So again, we keep talking about that we've been leaving motion controls on for this, and that's gonna make in this level. There's a very unique the monkey power up where normally when everybody else when you first play this game, you're gonna slowly grab with the right hand, grab with the left hand, grab with the right hand, and go up these bananas. That's not gonna be quite that slow for KingJ because there's really no cap on how fast you can do that. But it is a technique that is very, very easy to effectively drop the grabs for. So we'll see it here in just a little bit.
We also have an out-of-bounds clip at the end of here that I'm going to try to explain
Yes.
after, but I'm going to do it first.
Yeah.
There is a cap for normal humans doing the monkey, but not for KingJ, so...
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Don't worry, you'll get to see it more. There's more of that. There's more where that came from.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. When I think for me it was right, left, and yeah, you're gonna see it here.
There's a nice long
big
wall
climb here.
Yeah. There's one coming up after we fall down here to get some bots, and it's a nice long wall. Hopefully I can get a good climb there for you guys.
Oh,
Nice.
Also, hitting that ice is so annoying sometimes.
Yeah, and I think I've said this before when I've done these before, but with the climbing in a lot of these like high speedrun stages that we'll see later on, you know we will.
I know the one.
People use a metronome to climb as fast as possible, so they have a metronome in their ear, and that's how they hit it as fast as they can.
All right, so here's the big wall. Again, sometimes I mess it up, so hopefully I get a good one for you guys here. Nice, that was good.
Nice.
Thank you for the sound effect. I needed that.
yeah, that's canonically what it is. It's great.
That is a actual sound effect they kind of put in the game. So,
So coming up though is a clip out of bounds. This was found like day 2 or something like that. It's still like the most inconsistent trick in the run. I don't know really what makes it work. I kind of have like a theory on how it works, but this is either going to be like first try or 10th try. So get ready.
And this saves the most time out of any trick in the run. But yeah, like literally the first time I started running this, it took me like 50 tries to get it once. But then after I got it once, it's like you can start getting it more consistently. It's like an exponential curve on how it performs. But yeah, it literally saves like a minute of time because it skips the boss that you have to do at the top. And by skipping that boss, like basically when that boss finishes, it opens up like a ladder down to a secret level under the mountain. But we don't need to go from above the mountain. We're just going to go straight through it.
all right, here we go.
So yeah, I'm going to ask for silence here. Oh, if I can grab that first. There we go. Okay, I didn't even get enough height. 1 second. No. Second
Nice,
try.
there we go.
Good job.
Again, much harder than that looks.
Yeah, I think I first time I tried to do it, I spent like 5 hours trying to do it, and I just gave up.
I'll count
do
that
other
as
categories.
second try because I didn't get enough height for the first two.
Yeah.
So yeah, the way that I think that works, I tried to like grab the banana holder, whatever you call it, like the lowest possible chance. There's a visual cue to get enough height, like to know you have the correct amount of height to get it. And I think when it pulls you up, it also lurches you a bit forward, and then it clips you through the wall. I don't know if that's really the case. Team Asobi, if you're out there, I'd love to hear a donation about that. I would love to understand. They never patched it out, by the way, which is awesome.
Yeah,
actually,
very awesome.
Team Asobi's so nice in terms of like the spearrun community. I think it was Playroom. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Addie, about this.
Yeah, no, I can explain
yeah.
this if you wanted to. So in Playroom, there was a technique that was first discovered when the game came out called double hover. So essentially what that would be is if you were falling off of a ledge. Now, normally when you fall off of a ledge, it'll stop you and like you'll be teetering off the edge. But if you fall off the ledge in a certain way, like you're going from one platform to another, you can go off of the platform without triggering that animation, and you can punch while you're falling off of that spot to do 2 hovers in midair and gain additional height and distance. And so they patched it in the any percent of the game, so like the main game, so you can't do that casually. But in the competitive speedrun levels, they left it in because they had already had a bunch of records that were set with this glitch, so they didn't want to upset the leaderboards, which is really cool of them.
But yeah, I you know, you can do one quick donation while we finish up this level, actually.
Absolutely. Let's take a $10 donation from Evan. After years of watching GDQ, it's amazing to see such wholesome new games run. Thanks, KingJO444, for running this, and let's have a great AGDQ. Hype!
Hype!
So next up is Downsize. This is another scary level. I gotta shout out one person for this level. Shout outs to Sporky-Doo, aka the only person who runs this level and only this level.
Downside Surprise Main.
The Downsize main.
And this is also a great opportunity to shout out the IL community for this game. Huge IL community, essentially individual levels. So all these levels that you're seeing here have been meticulously grinded by many other members of our community who don't necessarily play the any percent part of this game, but they do try to grind out these individual levels as fast as they can.
Yeah, and this level has some really cool strats in it, specifically 2 strats coming up. Also, something I'd like to quickly bring up is that at the beginning of the run, before I even started, I turned off the microphone on my PlayStation 5 controller. There are some points where the game wants you to blow into that, or at least like yell into it if you really want to. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to blow out your eardrums, and it's also faster. So we can just turn that off, and it does it automatically for us.
Yeah, it literally does it at like, literally to the frame of how fast you could be blowing into it, so
yeah.
Yes, and that also applies to Playroom as well, except for the tutorial, because the tutorial makes you blow into the microphone.
Yeah, but coming up here is Frog Skip. I'm going to be using the top of the frog as he's jumping and to get a little bit of a boost. Another momentum boost. We have a couple of them in the run. And this one's a little difficult, so let's see if I get that.
Mostly because of the camera at the start, but yeah, once that gets blown up, he's going to go away, and that's going to cause a delay.
Nice.
Good job.
And then we have another, so once again, we're going to get the secret exit here instead of the main exit. And this is going to be the last secret exit we actually get in the run. But okay, that happens sometimes. I don't know why. But we're going to get to it from the top here because we need the final bot. And instead of like riding up the slow bubbles like I used to do, okay, I just hit the bird. Instead, we're gonna use that wonderful thing called run speed once again, our favorite friend.
Oh, we love the sprint speed.
And we're gonna go over here and do a nice little jump right up there. Nice, good. There we go.
Beautifully done.
That downsize.
That was a pretty good downsize,
That was
actually.
a pretty good downsize.
It's hard to get a good downsize. You either get a good Archipelagos clip or you get a good downsize. So.
Yeah, downsize is like the first level where I really start losing time because it's just so many things all at once.
And sadly, that power-up is never used again.
Yeah, it's also
that's
like
the only time in the whole game it's in there.
there's another one coming up that's like a sponge. You barely ever use it. That's like only one level.
Yeah, literally mouse and sponge, two of the best and are only used once. Maybe that's what makes them kind of the best because they're just so
it makes
unique.
you wanting more.
Yeah.
So this is Boxel Bust Up. The only thing I'm going to explain is the fact that we went like 2 weeks without realizing that you could, like, you have to fight some enemies at the end to make the final bot spawn, and we found out that you can just jump behind the wall.
It looks so cool.
And I was like, I saw someone do that. I'm like, that's a thing.
Yeah, we have some great PlayStation references in here.
Yeah, these are like old school references. So yeah, shout outs to IntelliCube coming up here. Or Intelligent Cube, I think it is. I don't fully remember the name of it.
That's like OG PS1. That old
There we go.
game.
Literally just the icon of the game.
Yeah.
And then there's Vib Ribbon as well, which I know a lot of people like. But yeah, coming up here is the jump behind the wall, as I said. This is one of those things that seems really simple, but it just like never came to our mind for a while. So yeah, who needs these enemies, right? We just go behind here and hit the bot. There you go.
I love jumping on the exit pad, literally as a platform.
Anyhow, yeah, Shout, what do you got for me?
I got an update on the Speedrun Challenges DLC Showcase. We are now, it just jumped again, 76% of the way, 3/4 of the way there, a little under $6,000 left to go to get that added. So thank you everyone who's been working on that. Also an update for everybody who is getting in your donations for the favorite reference train. You've still got about 20 minutes until that train pulls out of the station. After 55 minutes, I will try to read those off real quick. Other things I got right now include a $50 donation from Ixador92. Astrobot has been the best surprise of 2024. No way this run finishes without us meeting that speedrun DLC incentive. GDQ 2025, hype! Hype! I love that y'all are waking up for this. I've also got a donation from Adam's dad for $500.
Let's go.
Watching Astrobot on the couch with my son right now. He's been getting more and more into gaming lately, especially after getting a Switch Lite for Christmas. But this game remains one of our favorites to play together.
All right, so we have the frog gloves back here to return. Something that we never really described is that there's this spin tech for the frogs where you spin and then your just arms are gonna go around and cover a wide area around you, and it's really, really helpful. Especially like just like clearing that cliff and knocking it down without having to even wait or like do circles to preserve your sprint speed. You can just go straight into it and it'll be down.
It's also really good for this guy.
Yeah.
One of the most annoying bots to hit with your punching gloves, and you can just spin and hit them.
Yeah, they did such a good job with the movement in this game that that's the sort of thing you can charge while you're also moving. So you're not even really losing any time there. So it's really easy to route it in and just make for some very sexy movement.
And the difference between the charging up on a Playroom and Astrobot is that it takes about 2 seconds longer to charge it up on Playroom. It's a bit more of a process to where you don't really use the spin because it takes a lot longer to charge up. And also, it was discovered pretty early on that this was one of the only levels that we can basically skip the entire thing. We weren't able to route it into the any percent run because we need to collect the bots here. But we will see later on, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but we will see a section where we do skip the entire level. So stay tuned for that.
And also coming up is worm skip. So basically there's going to be Excuse me? Okay, thank you. You're supposed to, the intended way for this level to end is just to get swallowed up by a worm, and then you have to platform out of it, and it's a whole different section of the run. But we can actually just jump over the trigger of that, and there's another case of that later on with jumping over triggers and around them. But right here, if we just have enough speed, we just go right over top of it, and there you go.
Nice.
And
Nicely done.
Now, a funny side effect about this level and doing that trick, the game gets a little bugged out. So, because of that, I hope you guys didn't get too attached to these bots because they're going to hell now. So,
Bye.
They're gone. They'll never be, they never will return. Just kidding, they will. But, yeah, I don't know why that happens.
Something about jumping around the trigger, a flag in the level gets
Yeah, I think the game
out.
just gets confused. You're supposed to fly out of the cave, but they never make you there.
They actually just flew around another way. It's just a detour.
Yeah, they took the secret exit.
The scenic route.
So this is Wako Taco. Great name for a boss, by the way. But this boss is the first one where we're actually going to take an intentional death on it. I am going to be donating $5 for every unintentional death that I have. However, I was going to do every death that I have, but I think there's, 7 intentional deaths now, so...
Yeah, it's really racked up.
It started off as 3, and then it slowly got to 5, and now we're at 7, so...
And Beta, this is also one of the levels where we hypothesized that we could skip the entire thing. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we've been trying to skip this level, and there's shocks in the water that keep you from going out of bounds. But apparently on version 1.0 of the game, there's a way to bypass the sharks, and you can literally just find the in trigger, like the Kratos boat kind of in trigger. Just 1 minute in one random direction, and if you actually hit that, you skip the entire level. We can't do it on current version, but it is a thing on 1.0, and it saves like 2 minutes of time.
Actually, now would be a good time. You guys want to explain like what the difference between 1.0 and not 1.0 is? Because
it's a lot. It's actually insane because like most version 1.0 games is like when the game goes gold like 3 weeks before it gets released, but 1.0 seems like it's like so far behind. When you boot up the game, it tells you, hey, you're not playing on the latest version. This is basically very unfinished, and
also, here's an
here's an
intentional death, by the way.
Yep.
Right there. And that just skips the rest of the spike ball phase. But the main thing that 1.0 changes is the amount of bots that you need. Instead of 200, you only need 180. So there is a separate category. There is a separate category for that. It's not like the main 80%. We've decided that like that's kind of cheap because you can only do that on a physical version of the game. Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, and also the accessibility features hadn't been implemented yet, so it also takes away some of the you have to use motion controls essentially.
Yeah, and also it doesn't let you skip as many cutscenes. So there's trade-offs for sure. Like, don't have to get as many bots, but have to watch more cutscenes. There's also some levels are changed design-wise too. Like literally the sponge level, one of the craziest things that
really quick, by the way, sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right here, I'm doing a wonderful trick. I know this is going to be really hard to understand. It's called not waiting. There's part one.
Literally not waiting.
You know what? I'm feeling risky. We're gonna not wait again.
Oh my God, is he gonna make it?
Let's go.
Oh! He's actually never done that before.
That's never happened
Ballsy
before.
on the GDQ stage.
Yeah, that is actually very tight to do, but if you do it the same way each time, you will never miss it. So it just looks scary each time. Anyhow, continue.
Yeah, so just what I wanted to mention about version 1.0, they had like 3 different sizes for the sponge that really like changed up how you do the bathhouse level in 1.0 because there's a small boy, a medium boy, and a big boy instead of just small and big. So yeah, that's like
really weird.
Nobody gets to see that, but it's just such a cool design change.
All right, so next up is the God of War level. I love God of War Ragnarok, and this is that level. I'm gonna need everyone's help with this. I mean everybody in the audience. I mean the commentators. I mean shout if you want to hop in on this as well with this. We have a tradition in my streams. There's a certain beat drop. If you've played the game, you know what it is. I want everybody to say that one 3-letter word with me as we get to it. It'll be a little bit from now, like 20 seconds or something like that, but it is the best beat drop in the game.
Here's a hint. Kratos is well known for saying this word.
What could it be?
Tech, if it's possible, can we get a little bit of boosted audio for this? If not, it's completely fine, but I love the audience to hear this. I'm going to be quiet until we hear it. Okay, maybe not, because we still have a little bit of time.
We have like 30, 20
something
seconds.
like that. Here's a nice little horn skip that was found. Just jump up here like that.
Good.
And then we're going to have some more geometry where we jump on just like a part of the wall that doesn't seem like you should be able to jump on it, which is right past here.
All right, beat drop's coming up, everybody. Get ready.
It's coming up very soon. I want to hear you all erupt. I want people in the next room over to question what's happening. Here it is. Boy. Nice. All right, so now we're gonna go over here. We're gonna get Thor. This is a bot that kept getting routed in and out of this game.
Yeah, it's right on the verge of being routed out all the time because roughly what we've routed it down to now is that like any bot that takes more than 30 seconds off the main path will likely get routed out, and Thor's right at 28 seconds of time getting, usually any bot around 25 to 30 seconds is on that verge of being routed in or out, depending on either runner preference or just like how, if it just works better in terms of like going from level to level.
I'm sorry. There you go. There's Mimir. He sometimes likes to be annoying.
But yeah, we kept those numbers always in thought in the first 2 months of routing this game. And like literally the route's like really stable now, but you should have seen the first 2 months just how much discussion was going on about that.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of back and forth on what's fastest and what's not. And then, you know, a big trick got found which changed everything, and we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, but the BDUD Google Doc kept us all in check the entire time, so...
The classic.
Literally my first weekend after this game came out, I did my first casual playthrough. Then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna start at any percent reference stock to just keep the route in check for everyone. And then I've just been updating it ever since for that.
Certainly allowing a lot more runners to get into the game a lot easier, especially if they were coming in for the first time. So big thanks.
Yeah. But I'm not the only one keeping track of documents too. Like Cryo making the ComGold sheet to track all of our best splits across everything. Like that's so good. I'm glad that we have the documents.
The whole community in general has just been like super. Like I didn't run Astro's Playroom before this. I'm one of the people who just came in with Astrobot, and everybody's been super welcoming. So coming up here we have the Nidhogg. And we are going to, I found this out from Zalius. I don't know who found this, but like you can just keep them in this corner and it saves time. So yeah.
I forget who found this actually.
Just do-si-do around him like that. There you go.
Yeah, because you need to let him charge at you, but if you give him nowhere else to charge to, that obviously speeds it up quite a bit.
And there we go. That's Bot of War. And that's World 2 as well. Nice.
Woo! Woo!
All right, so as we, actually before I throw it over to donations, I do want to point out something. We haven't talked about this yet. Every time we get a piece of the PS5, which we are rebuilding, we have to, you know, clean it off and stuff like that. So this is like, you know, Astrobot is nothing if not morals. Let's say you got your SSD stuck in an ice cube.
Dog.
Yeah, don't you just hate when that happens? Obviously, what you need to do is get a
Every day.
fucking chainsaw and saw it out, right? And then you saw the SSD parts into pieces. Like, it's just so safe.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
This is lore accurate, by the way.
yes. With that being said, Shout, take it away with some donations.
Absolutely. Let's start with a $10 donation from Asher. Hi, King J. So happy to see this game and you on main stage. Good luck on the run. Hype! Hype! Crowd has been getting better at that all night. I love it. Also, we are so close to $80,000 raised. It is still day one. There's just a little over $100 to go on that. We are just a little over $5,000 away from getting those speed run challenges DLC showcase added to the marathon. Please keep those donations coming. I've got a $20 donation from Commander Fox Q. This game has so many cool skips and tricks. Excited to see everyone get a taste of how cool it could be. Good luck, King and the crew.
Thank you.
Yes, shout out Commander, one of our moderators, and probably just one of the best players, like straight up.
Oh, I didn't get it. I swear, like, the last one is more likely to get it. I think I've gotten it mostly on the last two.
$10 as well from Gaffy Taffy. Been incredible to see this game develop. Much love to the Astro community. Big shout outs to my goat, B-Dud, and Addy, killing it on commentary.
Wow, no shoutouts for me. Okay, Gaffy, I see how it is. Shoutouts to Gaffy Taffy, by the way. If you guys haven't seen the video, he made a world record progression video that is still pretty much up to date, aside from like 2 records. And it's a very well-made video. It has like 10,000 views, so definitely give it a look-see if you want to see the history and the progression of this game.
Yeah, for sure. It's really well edited. Definitely recommend.
And King is in the first frame, so it's got to be good.
Yeah, I'm literally like, if you open the game, you get a King J jump scare, so.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I saw the video got posted. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. I opened it up, and it was my disaster relief done quick run immediately. I'm just like, that, okay, hi, me. Anyhow, what were you gonna say, Spike?
No, it's like for this crash side right here, we got a couple of nice little skips. One right here, just trying to let the Astrobots get into position for these 4 lines. We're gonna try to just use the second.
The save!
Oh my god.
That was sick nasty.
I was ready to die there.
And then there was someone in this community who was able to actually find a skip right here to skip out having to raise up all these shells, which you're normally supposed to use to get up to the the satellite or whatever.
Yeah,
Instead, we're
that's
gonna
the Cryo Wolf.
Yeah, get to use a little tree jump here at the end. I also love anytime in routing in these sorts of games where you get to do a little bit of like just kind of doing other stuff while other things are getting into place. So while effectively an auto scroller is going off, you can go grab another one, then save these 4, which I'm sure they'll be fine after falling off that cliff. That was great.
Oh, sometimes I've been feeling this trick recently. Come on. There we go. Nice tree skip.
there we go.
Nicely done.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the tree skip that Cryo did. But yeah, just general shout out to Cryo also, because he like routed this game and helped with strats so much in the first few months, and now he's been going on the huge grind, just optimizing every category and 100%. The new category 300 bots as well, and he's like going for the sweep right now. So
yeah,
I'm cheering him on for that.
Yeah, Cryo, very talented runner. I also want to give a quick shout out to Moxie, who's one of my friends from the Splatoon community. Practiced this game for like 2 weeks straight, and then her first run was world record. So that was like back when the record was 2:18. So yeah.
Now, I don't mean to alarm you all, but
let's go gambling.
About to go gambling.
Let's go gambling. I'm not gonna say the thing I was gonna say, but if you know the Chibi Robo run from SGDQ, you know what I was gonna say. You know what? Let's go divorce. Nothing will be funnier than when I managed to get GDQ official Twitter account to tweet out about divorce. That was something on my bucket list I never knew I needed.
So we have a new power-up here. It's the time ability. It's such a cool ability, but yet also one of the most infuriating, because everything has to be so precise when you start and stop time and you have to recharge time. The longer you have time on, the longer it's going to take for it to recharge. So in order for us to be precise with everything, we got to be precise with our timing.
Speaking of timing and also gambling, shout out to Beta for this one. Literally, like the best thing that could have been found was a way to consistently get this. There we go. That's how you cheat at gambling, by the way.
Yeah,
slow down time.
Literally, I thought it was like nobody was gonna appreciate it. I was just like, you can make this more consistent. It doesn't save time though. And then everyone's like, oh my God, thank you. You made this bot so consistent now.
I used to hate that so much, and it makes like this so much more consistent. So honestly, one of the sleeper hits of finds that we've had.
Yeah, Bided actually got on the Vegas blacklist for that one, so he took one for the team for sure.
All right, so coming up here, I like to say that the end of this level has like probably the flashiest trick. And every time somebody sees it for the first time, they're like, wow, that's really cool. So I'm building it up for you guys. Hopefully you like it.
I don't think I've ever seen the camera do that before.
Also, here's a little, hidden gem Sly Cooper.
It's Sly.
We haven't shouted out a lot of the references, but again, there's a lot of them that are very easy to recognize. We also had the Last of Us ones earlier.
There's definitely going to be a reference we shout out later on in honor of one of our favorite runners.
Yeah. Also, banger music again. Can I just say
yes.
That's a lot of this game. I know I'm gonna say that a lot, but like, come on, man.
It's hard to go 5 minutes without wanting to mention it.
True.
Nice. Use that rope really nice to basically automatically fall into that jump pad.
I was gonna mention that. That's something that I learned from you, Vita.
Yeah.
Coming up here, we're supposed to use darts, like on a dartboard, to climb up to a very specific bot that you'll never see coming, and but we can actually do it a different way with sprint seed. So right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and hopefully have enough to get over here. There we go.
Good.
And keep our sprint speed and barely get up there. Nice.
Nicely done.
Nice.
There's Joker.
You never see it coming.
Spike, are you synced out yet from the opening?
Dog.
I don't think I didn't see that coming.
Oh, wow.
That's right. Now that you bring that up, I really didn't see it coming.
That was
you know
the
what
last
also
surprise.
we didn't see coming is this moment right here. This is so good.
Woo! And to the very end of the level, there you go.
Extremely cool momentum conservation there by slowing down time and having that dice or whatever it was just pop us up in the air, get all the way to the end. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, it's actually a platform that like forms back in spot, and you're supposed to like climb through like a whole waterfall section. But instead, we freeze time, get on the platform, let it shoot us up to the top, saves about 25 seconds.
Yeah, it does, and it's very precise too. It takes a bit of learning for it because you have to time it very specifically when it's at the level. You can't just do it when it first spawns in because there's a death plane literally like a meter or two below where you're like standing. So you have to time it very precisely right.
Also, this level has some of the most technical jumps, so I'm going to leave this to you.
Yeah, so Bathhouse, this is one of the most infamous levels.
Probably,
this is,
in my opinion, the hardest level to do in a run, so...
Yeah, it's so it's basically revolved around this sponge ability that allows you to go from either a small boy or a big boy, and this big boy lets you have so much speed.
Zero to hero.
We're gonna want to try and maximize being big boy as much as possible, and a part of that is gonna be like these bamboo jumps in a second, which you have to kind of, it's like literally landing on like an inch of platform with the max jump height.
Yeah, so like normally you would have to shrink yourself so you can go through this little hole in the wall, but instead we can just do this.
Go around.
And then this is the tightest jump in the run.
Right here.
This was the bamboo jump.
Nice,
First try,
good job.
baby. Easy.
Another little invisible ledge hop right there.
That is so ridiculously hard when you try learning it.
It really is. Oh, and then right here.
Got another really hard trick coming up here.
He's gonna hit the
I'm not gonna
bot.
get it. That's fine.
So
I'll climb the leaves.
The idea is to water it like right at the precise time so that it's gonna come up right, you know.
As you jump in the middle, so it pops you up with it.
Exactly. We have 3 bots left in this level. This next one is a little sketchy because you're not supposed to be able to land on these things with
by extinguishing the water out, you can barely land on it. So
it's one of the few times we actually get small.
Yeah, and not for long because here we go. Whoop. And then again, we're normally supposed to like break these boxes and spit out the water to make these sponges grow. Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to go small one more time.
But yeah, for these boxes, you can stand and jump off them.
Sorry,
what? You can.
I didn't die. That's not $5. I'm still living.
Those boxes that King jumped off of are
okay.
Like,
Come on,
you only
man.
have like a few frames. It's kind of generous, but you just have a few frames to kind of like jump again before you actually like fall down.
Okay.
That was an okay bathhouse. I nailed the strats, but had some slip ups. Still really good though. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
So next up we have Big Brother. This is like one of the more tame levels. So Shadow, you got some stuff to say? Send it my way.
I got a bunch of stuff to say. I want to update real quick on a couple of things. We are now over $82,000 total raised so far.
That's big money.
We crossed 80. It was awesome. We're also at 82% of the way towards the Speedrun Challenges DLC Showcase. Need a little more than $4,000 left to get to that one. $25 donation that came in from Jazz Music. What a pleasant surprise to see our beloved Astrobot at GDQ this year. Shout out to my favorite reference, Intelligent Cube for the PS1. I never owned that game growing, but who else had that PS Underground demo disc with a music-free demo of IQ? What an eerie, bizarre, but much-loved, cherished childhood memory. Happy running. I also have a $25 donation in from Jurassic Phantasm. More Astrobot, please. And a $250 donation from Sidon. I've been waiting for the Astro Boy run all day. Good luck to the king. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and call the donations for the reference on that train now. King, when you get, I got like 16 of these to read through.
Okay.
So when you get a minute to let me roll on these, I got a whole train to get out of here.
Honestly, to the end of the level, you want to go for it. Go for it.
Oh, I didn't even prepare for this. I wasn't ready yet. Okay, here we go. $5 from Red Queen. My favorite bot is Wander from Shadow of the Colossus hanging on the back of the giant robot.
We're almost there.
$5 from I Am Astrobot. Favorite reference is the Hunter from Bloodborne. Love the fact that if you hit the Hunter on the crash, he can parry you. $10 from I Love Patapon So Much. My favorite Astrobot reference is Patapon. I love Patapon! That was all caps, I had to. $100 from the Sound Defense. My favorite cameo robot is, without a doubt, Octodad. Let's unlock those speedrun challenge levels. 83% of the way there now, just a little over $4,000 to go. $5 from Raffle Fox. My fave references in Astro Bot, boy, are Reiko from Ridge Racer 4 and the pilot from Ace Combat. 2 references to my childhood faves I did not expect. Here's hoping the Game of the Year award helps the industry realize a little joy and whimsy goes a long way. $10 donation from MacBot999. Donating for my boy Dart from Legend of Dragoon. Best bot in the game. $10 from Empire Ship. Favorite references in Astrobot? All sound off. Let's hear it for the Okami reference.
Let's
may
go.
May the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. $25 from Neon. $25 for the best reference in Astrobot, the Cube from Intelligent Cube. It's the Cube from Intelligent Cube. $5 from T-Pain. $5 Astrobot hype train for Solid Snake. Metal Gear.
Thank you, T-Pain.
Shout out to T-Pain.
$50 from Tragic Bike. I haven't played Astrobot. When do we get Cappy? $5.
You can do one more.
I do. $5 from Gunstar Heroes. Mr. Mosquito was easily my favorite reference in the entirety of Astrobot. Got to get that DLC showcase incentive. We just cost 21 grand on that. Under $4,000 to go.
Awesome. Thank you for that rapid fire. Round of applause for Shout, by the way, for doing that. So, coming up here, again, nothing but morals with Astrobot, okay? You know how there's quicksand and stuff like that. They tell you not to struggle and then you're gonna sink faster. You know, Astrobot has a better idea. If you just keep punching, you don't get affected by it. So we're gonna take that into effect and see if that works.
Yeah, the rooster booster.
Yeah, here we go. We're going on a trek, okay?
Literally punching on quicksand.
Up we go.
Yeah, this is actually how I did my last camping trip out in the wilderness.
Okay, we at
just
TDQ do not condone that, okay? Also, we have some favorite bots mentioned off. Someone did mention Wander, but honestly, can we get some love and support to Journey that's in this level? Like, come on. And also Wild Arms here too, that's another good one too. And again, once again, here if you need the WikiHow tutorial, here you go. Up we go. This is so stupid. I don't like
I love it.
When I found that was a thing, I'm just like, that just makes no sense, but okay. Morally,
Hey, if it saves us time.
it saves us time, but morally sends the wrong message.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Hit that out of the air. It's a little bit faster than waiting for him to fall.
So he's got to be pretty careful on the inside here because he's going to be sent back all the way to the beginning, and it's a bit of time loss if he does, so careful jumps.
Yeah, right here, we're just going to rocket up into this bot. There we go. There's
Nice.
Journey.
Journey, one of the best PS3 games.
Very underrated game. Okay, I have no run speed, so I'm just going to go over here first. All right, nice. That
Good.
goop almost hit me.
Yeah, it was close.
It's a little worried about that one. These snakes can sometimes be really mean to you, but thankfully if you go at them the same way that you always do, then they should always act the exact same way.
Yeah, it's a little tricky grabbing their tails, but yeah, consistent play leads to consistent results.
Also, once again, just really good music. Good sandy vibes that we got going here.
Yeah, it's another one of the tracks that are reused from Astrobot Rescue Mission, but you wouldn't even be able to tell because the music is that good.
I was gonna say, I didn't actually know that that was from Rescue Mission. Good to know.
Right here, he can start moving before the camera zooms in.
Yeah, and that's really good because this is a global cycle for the final bot. So once you exit the, once you exit into this area, that's when the cycle starts with the bird.
Now you can punch up the sand here, but it's actually faster to not do that.
Yeah, Chicken's gonna be the MVP here, just getting us speed.
I'm sorry. Where's my jump? All right, that's fine. It didn't throw me back too far.
Yeah, maybe 10
$5.
seconds time loss.
That is $5.
First 5 of the run.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I didn't have a death before that.
I was like, this man's playing kind of cracked.
I actually have no idea where this is going to be now. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, so
There we go. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
So the RNG for that bird is consistent off of when you leave the inside area. So if you're very consistent up until from leaving the inside to here, you can always rely on the same cycle for that bird. but it's so annoying to try to line up and aim, so we always want to rely on the exact same point.
Something I want to point out is that the Journey bot was actually flossing, but it doesn't have arms. It was just shaking side to side. I noticed that. I know no one else noticed that, but I couldn't unsee it. So.
Are there little dances, their little jigs? Are they random?
They are random.
Well, you can actually dance as well by hitting a direction on the D-pad.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which I can show off once we get to the bonus incentives. So we have our next boss fight here. This is Snake Lady, as I like to call her, but her real name is Lady Venomara. The only thing with this boss to really explain, there is a death abuse we're going to do again, but there's also RNG. The eggs full of enemies can spawn absolutely anywhere. There's a kind of a way to manipulate it, but not really. And yeah, you want them all to spawn relatively close together, so it's easy to kill them all. But yeah, with that being said, if we have some donations to be read, that would be a good time.
Absolutely. I want to get some more of those train donations in while we got the chance here. $10 from Rubies in My Blood. Favorite reference is the one and only Okami Amaterasu, which is finally getting a proper sequel.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
$50 donation from Sonic Kurosaki. My favorite reference in Astrobot is easily Soul Bad Guy Bot. So let's make sure we hit that DLC incentive so we can rescue Robo Kai. Yo, we are 85% of the way, about $3,600 to go to get us there. Please keep those donations coming. $5 in from Ama, putting in my favorite PS reference, which is Intelligent Cube. That was one of my favorites to play as a kid, and I was shocked to see it referenced. And I
was chiming in to say that was very bad RNG.
Yeah.
and I hope this reference makes more sense to you than to me. $25 donation from Sickify, loving the PS5 episode of How It's Made.
Yes.
I'm glad someone got that. I didn't get that.
$50 as well from B.O.B. Good name. My game of the year for 2024. Astrobot is incredible, but you know who's the best bot? Bloodborne Hunter, of course. Fear the old blood.
And you can do one more.
$50 donation from Wolf Prince. I knew nothing about Astrobot, but I'm already amped up and definitely need that DLC showcase. Is this really a speedrun or optimizing a pathfinding algorithm? Either way, I'm wired to see the runner take a bite out of this game.
Well, I just died. That's very good. That actually saves 1 second.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A measly second. We need it. We need it.
Just a couple of frames.
Get all the seconds we can.
Yeah, and for anybody, if you haven't played this game before, if you're like, oh, is there no punishment for dying? If you look behind Astrobot, you can see one little heart following him. Normally, you go into all these main boss fights with 2. So after 3 hits, then you have to do the boss entirely over again. We've only had 1 damage boost in each of these first couple bosses, but the next one, you are going to have to play down to 1 health, and that is terrifying.
The next 2, actually. The last 2
that's right.
are... we are going to be doing 2 death abuses in them, which means if we make 1 mistake, either we have to not do one of them, or we just die and lose like 3 minutes, which is not fun. So we're going to try not to do that, you know? Also, Shadow's like the most cinematic boss fight ever for some reason.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
they did a great job with the boss fights in this game. Good.
Yeah. This is my boy Nathan Drake from Uncharted. This is Dude Raider, or Dude Rating, whichever the one. Shout outs to the fact that, you know, Team Asabi likes to make fun of, like, culture and stuff like that sometimes. When Uncharted was announced, everybody was like, dude, it's just Tomb Raider with a guy. I'm not playing Dude Raider. And every single time, you know, in Astro's Playroom they had it, and Astrobot they have it. They like to poke fun at that a little bit. That's where this came from, in case people didn't know that. Also, this is a really cool level. Again, really good music here as well with another good beat drop. We're not going to have you guys do it because there's not really a word to it. It's just whoa, 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 whoa. Also, there's a lot of like this used to be like one of my least favorite levels because it's really difficult to do and very easy to die. But thankfully, I am better at the game than I used to be.
I find that's always the case. Like,
it's crazy how that works, you know?
what always ends up being my most hated level when I start speedrunning for like the first month for any game, it always ends up being like my favorite level down the line.
It made you work for it a little more.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dude Rating here has a lot of very easy devs, so King's gonna play it very consistently here, trying not make any mistakes. Yeah, right here. I actually don't know which if you go for any.
Oh, I don't go for any.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a thing that you can do where it's very precise, where you can jump on one of those projectiles right there that's being shot at you. There's like
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can literally. It's so hard because you have to time just dropping right after the peak of your jump to land on it.
Yeah, and doing that is also really not safe because if you die later on, you get set like 2 minutes back because you skip like 3 different checkpoints. And there's also another way to skip that truck as well with going out of bounds.
Yeah, there's 2 out of bounds methods that you could use right there. Yeah.
This is always like a scary part of the level right there.
Dude,
Going
screw
right-
those frogs.
Yeah, the frogs are the actual worst.
They are actually the worst enemy in the game.
It is good to note that if you kill the frog, that their heat-seeking missiles will stop going towards you. So sometimes it's worth just going and shooting the frog itself.
Right there was
instead
really
of the
cool. I jumped before the.
That was nice.
I jumped before the zip line appeared, and I used the grapple hook mechanic. So that just saves like 5 seconds or something like that. But it's very scary.
Yeah.
Because you could jump too early and you'll just die and lose like a minute. That was a really good outside section. So I'm happy that I didn't die there.
Yeah, good job.
All right, we didn't even mention this before, but these hieroglyphs here, they are actually random which one they're gonna be. There is a set few of them that they have to be between, but it is random which one it's gonna be. That was good RNG, so there you go.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's like the longest wall of glyphs in the whole game, so.
Yeah, and normally you would just feel which one it is by the vibration of your controller. However, I turned on an accessibility feature so everybody at home can see when I get it, you know? Also, so these are all bots from Uncharted. I don't know how to feel about this one. This is Sir Francis Drake. He was a real person, and that's his skeleton. Whatever floats your boat, Team Astobi. They're getting a little bit too real with that one, you know? Okay, there's a lot of enemies here, so I hope I don't die. Too easy. Okay, we're good. All right, and it wouldn't be Uncharted if we didn't have like a really over-the-top action set piece, so here we are. And this is pretty much an auto-scroller coming up at the end here with this boss fight, so Shout, go ahead and take it away, man.
Absolutely. Let's start with a $50 donation from Zero Kiwi. More Astrobot is needed in all of our lives. Absolutely. We are 87% of the way there, just a little over $3,000 to get that done. GamesDoneQuick.com/donate. Get those donations in. Scroll to the bottom of the page, click on Add Incentive. Make sure you are helping us get the Speedrun Challenges DLC Showcase added to this marathon. You know who got that done right? Dave Calzone with a $1,000 donation.
Whoa. Let's go.
Been watching for a long time, finally donating. Let's go DLC Showcase.
Thank you so much.
$50 as well from Mandy. My favorite bot is Chris Redfield. Here's hoping the Redfield bot line will continue.
That's a good one. So this boss right here is like one of the only like full auto scrollers in this game that we can't skip. And I kind of hate it. If anybody finds some way to skip Chief Kawa, you will be my savior. Also, right here, you can actually shoot with both triggers, so we're just gonna rapid fire here.
Yeah, double that fire rate.
There we go, nice.
Didn't we like just figure that out? Like,
it took us like a
relatively
month
recently?
after. No, it was like a month or two after the game came out. But yeah, like Xelius was just like doing it in runs. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you can just double press both of them." And I'm like, "What?"
Normal Xelius moment where he's doing stuff that none of us thought to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of the DLC levels, King was really telling me that he's like, yeah, we're not gonna get it. I don't want to play them. So
When did I say that?
if you want to prove him wrong, then I'm not saying what you need to do.
If that's
but
the motivation
you know
need
what
to
you need
donate,
to do.
yes, we're not gonna hit it. Right here is really funny because it doesn't matter how much or how fast I use these clippers, so I can just mash like this. It doesn't matter. Like when I think Beta mentioned that like when he first played this game, he was like carefully making sure that he only clipped at the right time, and I'm just mashing.
Yeah, just like pretending like I'm a gardener or something. But we're just gonna.
Beta the gardener. I would pay to see that.
I know we make jokes about how this is accurate to real life, but don't actually use scissors like that.
Yeah, again, nothing but morals in Astrobot, everybody. And nah, okay. We have one more shot at it. Again, it's a frame perfect thing, and this game runs at 60. It's always hard to see if it's even gonna happen.
You gotta pull it now.
I already pulled it. It's a little late
again.
Shout out to the GPU there that they sang. That's from the soundtrack from Astro's Playroom. They did it earlier with SSD. I was just talking over it.
Yeah, and we'll play it. It'll play again.
So now we come up to a trick that's going to take a while to explain, so we're going to start explaining it now. It's in the next level. This is like the trick that changed this game in terms of its routing a ton. If you're a top runner and compared to a not top runner, it's very obvious because you either go for this trick or you don't. It's basically like a barrier between the top 5 and the not top 5. So if you guys would like to start explaining that would be good.
Yeah, so the infamous jump, or the infamous strat that he's talking about is the hieroglyph bridge skip. So what it basically allows you to do is that essentially you skip the bridge that's supposed to, it's cinematically set for it to fall and you're sent to the bottom of the level. You skip that and can go straight to the end of the level. Makes the IL really fast, but it also helps for this because we can do a trick to utilize that and then activate a checkpoint so that we can go back down into the level, collect the bots, and then get teleported back to the top. So it saves pretty good amount of time. Like with getting the bots, it saves like 40 seconds compared to doing the normal route with 5 bots. But yeah, it's really hard because the way it works is that you have to rely on a ledge grab on the side of the bridge, where if Astro's gonna pull himself up, and if you're even like if you're too slow at all, he's gonna pull himself up and go within like the trigger zone where the cinematic's gonna play. So you have to ledge grab in it and then kind of like jump out of it right as you ledge grab.
Yeah,
it's extremely precise.
This level has gone through such a cool history because first we, played it regularly, then we just skipped the entire level and got 1 bot, and now we actually found out you can kind of play the level backwards, and we'll get into that in a second once hopefully I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna need some serious time here.
Also,
there is more afterwards. There's another tough skip afterwards, but this one is like, notoriously like, if you miss it, you lose like 20 to 30 seconds, so.
Yeah. Also, quickly, I want to shout out Pico. I forget if we mentioned him earlier,
yeah.
But he found this and found so many other strats in this, but he originally found one method here to just skip the whole level, but it was so slow. This is the second iteration of it, and
Moxie was also like a big proponent of this version.
Yeah, for optimizing it out and making it more consistent. Because Pico originally found out that you could gain momentum off of the wooden board, like going down, and then you use it to launch up, and that barely would get you to cross the entire bridge. But then Moxie found out that you could kind of like get the ledge grab, and that was more consistent.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Best of luck.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So close.
I thought I had it too.
I thought you had it too.
It pushed me into the cutscene for some reason. That's okay.
King is very careful about being very consistent with his jump there, making sure he does the exact same path where he like goes like a few inches off and then straight forward, then into it, and tries to maintain that every time.
Nice.
Good
There
job.
we go. All right, so now we hit this checkpoint here, and this is what was supposed to happen. Like, the bridge is supposed to break like this, right, and we get sent down. But since I hit that checkpoint, now the game thinks that we have beaten the entire level and gotten up there, like, the normal way. So we can actually go ahead and jump down here and now do the level and get some bots. But these birds will spawn, so they can bring us back up, and we can basically do the whole level backwards. It's really cool.
Yeah, you basically have the level in its like post-level state.
Mm-hmm. So we can go ahead and ride this guy up. Again, he's not normally supposed to be there, but yeah. And then we're gonna go ahead and hit the checkpoint one more time,
Just to make sure.
Just to be safe. And then there's that bot. We're gonna grab one more, and this one's gonna be Lara Croft. Again, this one got routed out, but I'm actually glad it got routed back in because
Yeah, this one's actually really important.
Yeah, so like, I'm glad I got that. Like, it sucks that I got a second try. Like, I would have loved to get it first try, but it's okay. Because as long as I don't die anymore, like, the trick is pretty much done. So, yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
Oh my god, no!
It's okay. I meant to do that. Anyways, I hope I got one person with that. That's all I want. If I got you with that, you have to donate $10 and said you got me. All right,
you got me, King.
This jump, by the way, sucks. Welcome to Torch Skip.
This is actually my favorite part of the trick.
Easy,
That's so
baby.
cute. Love
Okay.
that.
That sometimes is harder than Hyro Skip.
Because normally there's a power-up in this that's basically the morph ball from the Metroid games, where you can roll up and you can roll over like spikes and whatnot here. Yeah, because we never end up getting that. If that torch wasn't a thing, you wouldn't really be able to do this trick, I guess.
Yeah, no, you definitely couldn't.
Yeah.
There is technically a way to do it without the torch, but like I have never gotten it that way, so.
Yeah, it's like
torchless.
you have to have momentum going off of it and sliding, and then you have to very tightly squeeze your momentum, like you're doing your like spin stall and hover at the last possible second. So
Yeah,
it's,
no mere mortals
Yeah.
have accomplished that.
I don't even know if they do it in IL world record.
I don't actually know. I know Pico said that it was easy, and I was just like, you're a robot. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, that's what Pico says
I'm
all the
sorry?
time, though.
How did I not hit that? Okay, Astro, I'll wait for you to slowly swim down.
We've got our little penguin buddy here. He's going to help us swim through the water real fast.
Another one level exclusive power up, just letting us go faster. It's good to key to note. There's swimming mechanics here. You can't swim down. You kind of have to just like fall down a little bit. And by turning more with this power up allows you to descend faster. You'll kind of see that a little bit more when it opens up the open world section right here.
Yeah. This level went through a lot of change as well, where we used to actually like beat this level, but we're actually going to beat the next one instead and get all bots in both of those levels instead of just getting all bots in one of them and getting 6.
Nice.
Good job.
That's also really hard to do, yeah.
Everyone has problems with trying to do that.
That's like second nature to me, so I was like, why'd you say nice? But yeah, that's really hard to catch that cycle, so.
I think casually that was the most toxic bot to try to catch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Timing like jumping out of the water and hitting it's tough.
I mean, half
Yeah.
my playtime in this game is on that one boss.
It's just that one bot.
The key is really just that most people don't understand that you can just, yeah, there's Octodad.
Octodad.
Octodad. Nobody suspects a thing.
But yeah, like you don't have to like just jump out of the water. Like you can actually surface and just jetpack on the surface, and that's the key for that first spot.
I definitely was too dense to notice that.
Also, this power-up is way harder to control than I'm making it look.
I just jump out of the water right here, jump to this pot. The main mechanic of this, you would probably guess just looking at the level right here. There's also, in addition to the 7 astrobots here, there's also these like 5 locks on the poor starfish over there. We're not having to beat this level, so we don't need to hit those.
Yeah, and
while
here's
we're going
the hardest one to find casually, or I think you already got that one, but this one is also pretty difficult to find casually.
Yeah. This one's
Monster Hunter right there.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
This one's a little cool routing wise. We leave planet right here because it takes like 10-15 seconds to move out. Or in early routing, we used to complete the level fully too here, but instead we changed to completing bubbling or balloon breeze right here fully. Just because, and a big influence towards that was knowing that we would save like 10-15 seconds just not having to go out of that sub area bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this level is really cool and has some very good references. One specifically that I really like, and I know one person in particular that really likes it. We'll shout him out when we hit him.
The sole reason we decided to route this level back in, so
It's just for that one person.
he was really insistent.
It wasn't faster. It was just being nice to
It was
them.
just being nice to one community member. But it's coming up right here. I know a lot of people like this this mascot. So I want to give a quick shout out to Neo Legend for
Yo, let's go.
Shout out Klonoa.
Also, our big brother came back just to give us that power up. What a nice guy. And he's also going to start watering. He actually took up what B-Dud suggested, and we're going to go gardening with him. So
Let's go gardening.
let's go gardening. We're not starting that again. The let's go blank.
Just imagine, we could stop the run right now and just appreciate the gardening around us.
Ooh, look at all the flowers. Well, soon to be flowers. There we go.
There they are.
They grew so fast.
So while we're going through this level, there's not too much more to explain, so Shout, if you want to hit me with some donations or anything you got to say, let me know.
Absolutely. Let's start with a $50 donation from Zero Kiwi. More Astrobot is needed in all of our lives. A $100 donation from Adam. My kids became obsessed with Astrobot this year, and we regularly listen to the soundtrack. Shout out to Clark, Campbell, and Maeve.
And you can do another one.
All right. Let's take a $5 donation here from Anonymous. My favorite bot has to be Crash Bandicoot. The original PS1 trilogy sparked my love of platformers, and I'm so happy that we got another solid platformer with Astrobot. Good luck, King J. Couple more quick updates. We are at 90% of the way to the Speedrun Challenges DLC showcases. Keep those donations coming in. We are so close to $85,000, y'all. I know we can do it. Please, gamesdonequick.com/donate. Keep it coming.
$2,255 away, gamers. We got about 45-ish minutes left in the run. We got to get those donations in.
And I did want to point out one of these references that we had here. So Team Asobi not only likes to reference some like really well-known games, but some like really obscure Japanese RPGs that have never been translated into English. So that is also amazing that they like to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool to see representation for games big and small, and that's what I think. That's why we all resonated with this game. Is that like everybody's like favorite game, or at least most people's favorite game, was represented in here. And just fly to the end. There you go. Nice.
I mean, I was kind of upset there wasn't an Astrobot reference in Astrobot.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can't believe they missed that one. All right, so coming up is another scary level, spooky time. This one mainly has a little bit of an annoying trick at the beginning, and it's also annoying because we don't get to hear the music because of it. So coming up, you're supposed to like unlock the power-up in that chest that we normally get the power-ups from, but for some reason, if you make it past the gate by jumping over the trigger, like we've done a couple times in this game, the game will just give you the power-up without even having to go get the chest. And it also breaks the level because the game still thinks we're in the beginning area because we haven't hit the chest. And so it's going to continue to do just the beginning 5 seconds of the song, basically. Oh, whoops, come on. There we go, just like that.
Nice.
And then there's the power-up. And so, yeah, now we're just going to have the exact same loop going on until we go into...
nice save.
Fine.
This is fine. This is fine. Nice.
This is fine. But yeah, you're not going to get to hear like the actual beat drop of this game, of this level at all, which sucks because it's really good.
Well, you will, but...
No, you don't, because by the time it would happen, I get to the end.
That is true. That's another section where we have to use the mic, but since we muted it, it just does it automatically for us.
Yeah. Also, I believe that's the Chris Hadfield reference that someone mentioned earlier, so there you go. But yeah, this is another instance of the slowdown power-up. I love this power-up. You think I wouldn't because, you know, we're speedrunners and it slows things down, but it's really cool and really awesome aesthetically.
Yeah, it's another one where like they put so much thought. It felt like, I know we don't like to throw this out there, it was built for speedrunning, but so many of the different mechanics in this game.
Where's my jump?
Oh.
Shout outs to dropped inputs. This game does that a few times. That's okay. Continue.
No, just like a lot of like the gimmicky power-ups and everything. They made sure there was a lot of ways to maintain momentum, like we had in the last level there with the kind of balloon power-up.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you effectively can like slow yourself down to then like almost bounce off the ground and continue into your next jump, chaining those together. And right here, like, yes, you could slow down time, but it doesn't really slow down your platforming through the level.
That guy was having the time of his life there. Yeah, shoutouts. So what I meant by dropped input there, jump and hover are the same button. So I ran off like a little small invisible ledge. And so because I was technically in the air, the game thought that, oh, you want to hover. Okay, I got you. But,
all right, and the music starts.
Yeah, the music starts after we get out of here, yeah.
Oh, after we get out of here.
Yeah, this is different music.
It's the last like 12 seconds of the level. Let's go.
Pretty much, yeah. There's Jill. From the hit indie game Resident Evil.
Not many people have heard of that one.
No. There's also that reference to that small team. You know, what's that game they made? Like Crash Band? I don't know. One of that, something like that.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice. Hit that on the first
Must
cycle.
have been another Nintendo reference that we didn't understand.
So true. So yeah, the B drop for this level is actually going to drop like right after it's like right before it stops. So do, and then you don't get to hear it, unfortunately.
Wow.
Sorry. Goes too fast. All right, so this part right here, you can actually like ride one of these platforms. I don't really know how it works.
Yeah.
Just gonna play it safe.
Yeah, it's a little tricky to figure out, but and you have to have timing. But literally, like the first moment that all the objects are flown up into the air, you have like one cycle of them going around that you can actually stay on them, and the momentum carries over. So if you're precise enough, you can stop time, land on the first one, have it take you around, and then just jump off without having to run through the center at all.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, real quick note, we are over $85,000 raised total and under $2,000 to go for the speedrun challenges.
Let's
go.
keep it going,
go.
gamers.
Thank you everyone for your donations. So, time for the scariest boss of the run. We've mentioned before, like we have a thing in the community where it's like, if you are a runner of this game, you've died to this boss.
Yes.
You have died
Yes.
on the final phase of this boss and lost 3 minutes. It sucked. We've all been there. Hopefully we don't have to witness that today. We'll see.
Dude, casually, this was by far the hardest boss.
Oh,
in the game.
definitely, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
This dude decked.
Yeah.
It's also the hardest in the speedrun, so nothing's changed.
The timing on how you have to like time the stopping time for just the fireball attacks is just very, very precise. Thankfully, we get to skip most of the fireball things. With 2 intentional deaths, we only have to go through the first phase of fireballs.
Yep.
But also, unfortunately, with there being 2 damage abuses right here, that does put you in a place, like you said, potentially minutes lost. But let's see if we can get it done.
Yeah, again, I'm probably going to not talk on the final phase just because that's the most important part. But for now, I can kind of explain what...
Oh no!
That, okay, sure. Okay, so I won't do one of them.
He let out one fireball at just
I'll
an
do this.
inch ahead of him.
Yeah.
So that means he can only take advantage of one intentional death now.
I literally, like, tried to attack him as he spawned a fireball. That's fine. It only loses 10 seconds to not do one of the damage boosts, so it actually is, like, not that big of a deal, but...
Yeah, it depends on the phase, but yeah, roughly like 8-10 seconds.
Yes, right here we're going to go ahead and guide these missiles towards us, and goodbye. And this is the RNG part with these enemies, so... Ooh, I got good RNG. This guy's a little far away, but that's still fine.
Yeah.
At least he's not an inch away from you, so...
True.
Do the same thing with these missiles.
So I'm going to not damage... You normally jump off the edge here, because just like how we did it before with the, the boss fight in... I'm going to take it safe.
In Waco Taco and the Spit Phase and Venomora, if you die, you can just cancel the rest of that attack from happening at all, essentially.
Yeah. So we'll show it off on the next phase here. This part's really hard to time. You're normally supposed to take a break on that platform over to the left there, but if I time it perfectly, I can make it over in one cycle. Which I think I did. Nice.
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 And because you run a little bit faster on these saw blades, so...
Heck yeah.
There we go. So now he's going to spawn these. These will always go to one side, so that's how I knew where they were going to go. Jump off the edge. And this is going to cancel this after this first phase there. And now it's scary because we don't have any safety net here now.
Just don't die.
Yo, I got you. I thought I died for a second. Right after I said that. I thought a fireball was going to spawn again. This will always go to the right side, left side, so we should be in the clear now. All right, cool. We didn't die, thank God.
Nice.
Woo! I took the 10-second time loss. As long as it's not a 3-minute time loss, I'm not complaining. And he's gone. And just like before, at the end of the gorilla boss fight, we're just going to go ahead and just punch up here. Get him, Astro, get him. And there we go.
Bam, nice.
Right as it spawns.
And
So-
now we enter the best level in the game.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys. I haven't tripped enough acid. Have you guys? Like,
Oh my gosh.
I think it's
Primetime GDQ conversation.
this. Like, I've never played Loco Roco. Okay, in all seriousness, this is one of those levels that I played. And I'm like, I need to know what this game is about.
Right.
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's about little orbs.
That is true.
Yeah, little blobs. We love the
There's a
blobs.
lot of blobs in this one.
I love this level specifically, both casually and speedrunning wise, because it's just like such unique movement that's tailored just for this level. Like you don't get to see this anywhere else on any other level, but just like using the motion controls to kind of like bounce forward and then like there's a trick speedrunning wise to make sure that like you're kind of bunny hopping, bee hopping, kind of to preserve momentum and speed up momentum at certain parts. Like right there.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it.
Yes.
And then you're going to see a lot here. Who's ready to build some speed?
Get it, guys? Building speed.
Let's go.
And
Oh, nice job.
Oh,
okay.
You almost
I
missed
thought I had
that.
too much
Almost
speed.
a
Oh, my
little
God.
too much there.
We almost went in too hot there. We're good though.
To speed or not to speed?
Can you get
That is the question.
Get up there. There we go. This music, by the way, is really good.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not on the official soundtrack, sadly.
Yeah, it's like the one song that isn't for some reason.
Oh, it's just straight up a Loco Roco song.
Yeah.
Also, I got a bad cycle, but that's okay. There we go, nice. And we have 2 more that we need to get. Another instance of like just momentum coming up here, which is really cool. First, we had to go through what I call the pinball machine. You can get flung around. Speaking of which,
Oh.
you can, come on, come on, come on. Okay.
Yeah, that one can be a little tricky. My key there is go from one side to the other, and you almost like pin, levers all together. We're back outside.
Back outside, back in the snow. See, I'm Canadian, so this is normal for me. I heard one woo. That was the one Canadian.
We invited 2 Canadians to this entire event.
2 Canadians, one's running Astro Bot.
$1,000 on the DLC.
Let's go,
Oh,
gamers!
Chad.
Let's go.
Chad and
You
audience,
wanna
anyone
see it?
who's donating.
Especially any Canadians out there.
This one's to you, Canadians.
Can we get any loonies and toonies coming in?
Yo, can we get a 1 loony donation? I'm making fun of my own culture.
You can inform me what the exchange rate is on that. I'll keep an eye out for it.
And that is the, that's the Loco Roco level. There you go.
All right, that's 4 nebulas down. We only have 1 to go.
Yes.
Yeah, so by the end of the boss fight here, this is the ultimate number we're aiming for to get those 200 Astrobots. And then after that, there'll be a handful of other levels where the Astrobots won't necessarily matter.
Yeah, we're gonna end with 201. I know it's gonna like mess with everybody's OCD, but it's okay. Trust me, it's fast. Okay. Also,
Take
yes,
it.
I have to shake like this. Come on, get out. Okay.
Yeah. Once you see the bots cheering in the background, you can flip it, and you know you're good.
Oh, okay.
This is honestly my least favorite for the like repair scenes.
It is really weird. You have to like when it's grabbing it, you have to hold down the trigger and then release
yeah,
it.
but it does have a really cool moment. Who's ready to pop a Coleman with the boys? What's
Dude.
up, yo?
Thirsty.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. And then pour it in there instead of pouring it in your mouth. Do not drink whatever is in this can, okay? This is your PSA.
We always kid that this game's teaching us good habits of how to cool your fan. Like, let's all just.
Well, he does recycle, so.
That is true.
That is good. That is
It is
good.
what we all do, where we throw it in for the bin. Nah, I didn't get it.
Over for it.
It's okay. We didn't get the swag strats. I still don't know why that is a thing. I think I'm the one who's happened to it, who's had it happen the most, but I still don't fully understand it. I just believe it's like random chance, but also frame perfect. So yeah.
They put it in the game for you, King.
So we have, in my opinion, Vita, you found this skip, right?
I did.
Yeah, and I still haven't forgiven you for it.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Coming up as bot line skip, it's another out of bounds that we're going to be doing, and I just don't like it.
I like the idea of it, and like with the rope physics, because
I like the time it saves if you get it.
something about rope physics in general in this game is like when you're sliding down it and you like swing at the right end, you can actually get a little bit more momentum than general. Here we can use the fact that we just like go on the rope and then just like jump off it and like immediately to get a little bit more height off of it. So he's going to use the height off of this rope to try to land on one of these pillars on the sides. But yeah, specifically because most of the time that you like kind of like when you grab the rope, there's an animation that plays with you like grappling down before you can move or jump off. It's like specific inputs to make sure he can jump as fast as possible on there.
It's easy every time.
Oh, what are you crying about? 20 easy seconds.
There
Good
we
job.
go. And so right here, hello, just everything spawns in. So now we're up here. That also skips building up a bot wall that we weren't normally would have had to. So it does save a decent amount. It skips 2 different bot collection points. And then I believe this is a mix of Moxie and Cryo who found this, CryoWolf05, where we're going to go ahead and build up this bot wall. And we're going to... we found out that you can like...
the run here.
Yeah, we found out that you can like... punch the bot wall down and then charge up a spin and barely make it over the
That's such a cool skip.
We got the DLC.
Great job, chat.
Let's go. Oh,
I knew you could do it.
My plan has been foiled. We raised more money for Prevent Cancer Foundation. No.
Eat it.
No. Thank you so much, everybody, for your donations. We really, everybody appreciates it.
King's machinations have been foiled.
To be fair, I'm not the best at the DLC stages, so I did practice them. So they should hopefully go well.
It is a different
that's one-
story trying to do
Oh,
it
go ahead.
live, like in real time, because we have people dedicated to the DLC levels just grinding out and trying to get like the perfect, like 1 in 100 chance strat. So seeing them being perfected as well as they can all in one go is going to be pretty impressive.
Yeah. So coming up is another, like the first level of each world we have to do and have to finish. This is one of the longest levels, about like 5-ish minutes, and it's Ginny of the Lamp. This is a really cool level. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
they're-
also has the coolest glitch in the game that we don't do, and it's really hard to pull off. But essentially, there's going to be a spot here where we have to go up a ramp, and if you clip into the ramp, a lot of chaos happens, and you just fly around the map and clip through everything.
Yep. Guys, this game has no glitches, I promise. So yeah, we're gonna get all 7 bots here once again. So while we're doing this, actually, Shout, if you want to go ahead and read off anything more, go ahead for it.
Oh, I got a bunch of stuff here for you. Let's go with a $5 donation from Mo. Amazing to see Astrobot on the big stage. My fave bot is Kiryu Kazuma. Yakuza series is underrated, and it's hilarious how his pockets are full of things from the various mini games in the series. Keep up the awesome work. And y'all, thank you for your awesome work getting that Speedrun Challenges DLC incentive, Matt. Absolutely crushing it there. Also, giving some love from our friends to the north with a $5 donation from Brazen Cheese. Canada mention, woo!
Let's go.
Take my Canadian money. It's colorful and fun.
It also smells good.
We're starting to get a bunch of Canadian donations here. Look, if we want to get a Canada train going, I'll read those off between the end of this and the DLC will be the cutoff for that.
A Canada train.
Yeah,
Hey, they have some good trains up in Canada, okay?
Maple
We don't have that
Express,
here.
baby. Let's get this done.
Yeah, for those who don't know, our money smells like maple syrup. That's actually real.
Oh, that's
I'm not
so
making
cool.
that up. That's why I said it smells good. I promise I'm not just making that up.
I still don't believe you.
Okay,
right.
I wish I brought some.
Yeah, I wish you brought it too.
That's like a fun fact you'd read on Facebook.
Actually, if you want to read if there's a Canada train, please go for it.
Oh gosh, I've already got a couple of them here. Where did I put them? I was just overlooking at another thing. $5 from Tenacious Zebra, donating 5 loonies on behalf of my fellow Canadians.
Let's go.
AGDQ hype, eh?
A.
Yeah, can we get an A from the crowd?
A.
Loving it.
You know what's funny? I don't think I've actually heard a Canadian ever say A like realistic.
Yeah, they always say
actual
the
conversation.
letter B instead, so.
Yeah, you
That's
don't.
crazy,
Canadians,
but okay.
Y'all don't admit to ooting either, but you absolutely oot. I promise. $10 as well from Anonymous. Shout out Canada. This donation is $14.43 Canadian.
Thank you for the conversion rates. Yeah, shout outs to every time I come to GDQ, I have to remind myself that if prices look lower on than they are at home, then they're not. They just look lower. That's gonna charge me more. Also, this boss has no checkpoints, and
Yep.
it's annoying. But thankfully, if you're good at the game, now that I said that, I'm gonna die. But if you're good at the game,
Fast
you won't
strats.
die.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't give you like the 2 hearts that they normally do for main bosses.
Yeah.
I guess specifically because it's
They should have given us
in a
at least
level.
1 heart.
Yeah,
That's
they
what I
really
think.
should have.
But, I mean, this one took me a long time to do casually as well.
I think it took
so.
everybody a long time. This is the only boss fight too that has like a rematch as one of the bonus levels.
Yeah.
and it
it's
make it
even-
harder.
Yeah, even harder in the rematch, and you only
Still
have
no
1
lives.
hit there too. It's crazy.
Yeah. But there we go, it's done. And we're gonna pop his noggin. Boom.
Nice.
There we go.
One of the hardest levels completed.
Always wear a helmet.
This is actually the secret ending that no one ever saw. Like this is only on the DVD of Aladdin.
Oh, that was in the bonus features of Aladdin 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I remember that as a
Don't
kid.
fact check this. So coming up is 2 more levels with like some pretty cool skips in them. We're starting off with Frozen Meal. We used to get the secret exit in this level, but now we actually get the normal exit. And it means that we have to do the boss fight. And the main reason the boss fight is faster now is because of the fact that we found a way to cheese it.
We love a little cheese.
Yeah. There's also more. Okay, I'm just running into. Okay, I'm just running into everything.
It's RNG manipulation.
Yep. But we also have some skips coming up here that I really like. These are like small, cheeky jumps that, again, you wouldn't notice are like actually pretty difficult when you're just watching this. But I want to emphasize that these are pretty difficult, is getting a jump off these poles. Here's the first one up here.
Nice.
Yep.
There's like 2 more, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
There's technically
2 more.
2 more, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it also helps with you can tear off the snow on that fin. So if you get that jump first try and you don't like activate your hover to melt the snow accidentally, you get a little bit of extra height boost. So it's really nice.
Also, shouts to Beyond Two Souls, which is that reference. Okay, I'm gonna try not to die, so I'm gonna kill that guy to be safe. Speaking of Canada, snow level.
Canada mentioned.
Canada mention. I love that someone actually donated and just said, Canada mention, let's go. All right, so right up here, shouts to Death Stranding for some reason in this level.
All right, they got him in somewhere.
Well, because
It doesn't really
both of
fit,
Beyond
'cause-
Two Souls and Death Stranding are made by the same guy.
Oh, they are? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true, yeah. All right, and we're gonna have another instance of the pole skips that we're gonna do, where we're gonna jump on a pole up here. Again, if I fail it, it makes it slightly harder because the snow is gonna be off it. This guy is scaring me because he pushed me over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that section that King just did is a lot harder than it looks. It is
Nice.
super scary.
Done. Always love this jump right here. Series of jumps.
Yeah, I love this, and it also like chains with the music here really well.
Yeah,
It does.
All right, and once again, one more pole jump. This one we're gonna jump on like a little visible part above the pole. Easy, let's
Very
go.
nicely done.
All 3, nice.
He makes it look easy, folks.
I have home field advantage.
It's only easy for
I thought
King.
you said you were Canadian.
Yeah, this is home field
Oh,
advantage.
this is home field. Yeah, okay.
This right here, Spike, look, it's snow. That's all I know. I'm just going in with all the stereotypes. We live in igloos. We say a boot.
You like maple syrup.
We like maple syrup. Our money
But I mean, I
smells
also
weird.
like maple syrup. It's great.
That is true. All right, so this part right here, I'm gonna need a little bit of serious time. If you guys want to explain this, go for it.
Yeah, so normally they expect you to go around in a circle, but what he's going to do is jump off the edge here.
That's so cool.
It's
What? Can I say this? Oh, no.
yeah,
That's really
nothing
weird.
to-
I don't. Another instance of where I meant to jump it and it just gave me a hover instead. That's fine.
But yeah, he like literally is spin stalling at the highest possible time, and then so his hover will be able to get him back up on the floor. And he only has like 2 seconds before that ice block falls all like that.
There we go.
So
It's not over because we have a tighter jump now.
Yep. Got to do it twice in a row.
Yep.
Easy for the KingJO444 though. So
Yeah, you're right.
Beautifully done.
Let's pretend like I didn't die on it once.
At least you died on the
course,
first one and
don't
not
forget
on
the
the
last
second
spot
one.
here.
Yeah, you can just hit him when he's invisible, which I think is funny. There we go.
There's a much friendlier snowman right there.
That is true. Look, he's clapping for us. He's so happy.
Yes.
Also, I think we're at $15, Oyo. It's either 15 or 20. I'm pretty sure it's 15 though.
Oh, I thought you only died 2, 3. Oh yeah, because you took
It's
one
not
on
intentional deaths,
Leon. Yeah. I think you're at like 14,
I want to say it was
I think.
4.
King, can you do a currency conversion on that?
Yeah, how many loonies am I getting?
How many loonies am I getting? Is crazy.
This level's got a really, really cool bot grab that we'll see here, like on the 3rd or 4th one.
Yeah.
This one's also really cool because you can tell that they intended for you to be able to go from the back and grab that one as well, because the wall will break if you grab it that way as well.
I just love how this level flows going from night to day.
Yeah, this is my favorite level in the game.
It is mine as well.
Very good.
This is a really good level. Right here, we're gonna keep our sprint speed, hopefully, and we're gonna get to do a nice little cool jump here.
Very important to keep the sprint speed.
Yeah, so let's see if I get this here. I think we got it. No, what? Okay, I have some complaints about that one.
That was very close.
That was really weird.
I'm surprised it didn't give it to you.
Yeah, that's okay though. The checkpoint there is very nice, but I do get to show off this. Hello.
So cool.
That's a good skip.
And I don't really know how to do this, but I'm gonna try to do it once. Okay, no, I didn't get it.
You were going a little bit at an angle.
Yeah, I know. You can barely skip fighting these enemies. But yeah, pretty much one of the shortest levels in the run.
Yeah, we only go to the 5th bot here, the one right here after you kill these enemies. Because the last, just to finish the level from here on out is like an extra 2 minutes. It's so long.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 300 bots category and 100% though, because those categories do exist if you want. 2 hours isn't long enough for you.
Yeah. If you want to see all the cool bot strats, you need to go see that 300 bot run right now. Well, after this.
Yeah.
And we've got our last normal level of the game that we have to collect any bots
technically.
in.
We still have machine learning as well.
Bot collecting level. So conveniently at 193 coming in, get all 7 and finish off the level here. We will have our 200 bots and we enter the end game.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the soundtrack. This is SSD Speedway from Astro's Playroom.
Remixed for Astrobot.
True. While we're going on this level, though, shout, if you got anything to read, be my guest.
Can I tell you that your home and native land is showing up?
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
go.
They are standing on guard for the, I've got $5 from Here's 2 toonies and a loony. Do you want me to pick you up a double-double, maybe triple-triple? Maybe we can go ride some moose later, eh? Canadian hype?
I overloaded my Canadian senses with that one, thank you.
$5 from Symphony Soul. Canada mentioned joining the Canada train, even though we have a distinct passenger rail. Toronto doesn't count.
God.
$25 from Looney. Did someone say a Looney donation? I just had to donate after hearing Spike say, can we get a Looney donation?
Oh, yeah.
I think hearing
Thank
that from
you.
Spike sent me into such a whiplash there.
$7.21 from Kibble, which I checked is the backwards conversion rate for $5, but it's fine. You could call this the A train.
True.
And Gary coming in with $50.
Oh.
Joining the Canadian train metric system for the win. Also, real quick, want to remind you of some other stuff we've got open. We do have some bid wars open. Choice from Wid Waker, the game bid war for Dandy and Randy DX versus Dumpy and Bumpy coming up on Tuesday. We've also had some new incentive open. We have a $20,000 incentive for a bonus Lake House run for Alan Wake 2 The Lake House, and a $3,000 incentive for the Rings or Lego The Hobbit coming up later. this incentive, the runners will dress up as characters from the Lord of the Rings. It is a cosplay incentive.
I want that.
Those are open.
Awesome.
As someone who has seen the cosplays, you guys want to see that, trust me.
So remember to scroll down, click, and make your donation count all the more.
Can we get some loonies for the cosplay?
Please tell me that everyone's just gonna call donations loonies and doonies from now on.
Are we updating runner's choice to the cosplay?
Yeah, since the Astrobot incentive has been met, let's put that towards that, yeah.
All right, hey, donations, you got this.
If you want your Canadian approval incentive, there you go.
Canadian ambassador, KingJO444.
I am not the Canadian ambassador. Let's not get this confused. I was not ready for this run to turn into lol, he's Canadian, but here we are.
But seriously, have you ever rode a moose? Aren't they the size of like a house?
Okay, so the first thing that one of my friends said to me was, so are your police called Mounties? That's the first thing they said.
It's not Australia.
Anyways, hi everybody. I'm playing Astrobot.
Yeah, you did miss it. It was a pretty cool skip that King just picked up there. So that bot, where the rocket, it always goes to the same spot, and where we actually pick that up is the earliest spot that we can possibly get that. So
Nice.
Yeah, then right here, we're actually going to skip this boss fight entirely with some visual and audio cues. So here's the first hit,
Nice.
and then
This could be real fast.
here's the second hit. And you know what? I'm thinking about just getting the third hit out of the way just right now, right?
Bam.
There we
Let's
go.
And that's the level done. And with that, we have 200 bots. We're getting to the end, everyone. But thankfully, you guys have donated. We got some more Astrobot for you afterwards, of course. You guys were crazy, by the way. Can we shout out the fact that the Great Master Challenge incentive was met like 3 hours before this run started?
Let's go, baby.
That was insane.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, the Great Master Challenge is the challenge that you normally unlock for getting all 300 of the bots in this game, along with, I think, also all the puzzles. It's like the 100% reward, and it's akin to like, you know, any 3D moments out there. The Perfect Run, Champions Road, Darker Side from all these games. Very, very brutal obstacle course style level that, you know, there's no checkpoints or anything. And KingJO is going to play through later. Now we finally, another Nintendo reference, I'm just going to call it. We finally get to actually see like the Morph Ball power up of this.
Yeah, so like we were supposed to see this like 40 minutes ago, but it's okay. We still get it for this boss fight. It's also not like my least favorite power up, so I'm completely fine with skipping it for most of the run.
I just don't like how when you use it, you drop down and you can't just like cancel out that animation of like him.
Sure,
like,
it doesn't have,
It picks on my speedrunning brain a little bit.
Also, this poor bird, like he's doing nothing wrong.
Right. Those are the best bosses. They're just like, dog, I'm vibing.
And now
What's
he's
happening?
mad. Like, look at how upset he is, dude.
remember, chat, helmets are only good for one strong hit, and then after that, you have to replace them. The
That
bird
is
did
true.
not follow these simple instructions.
Also, right there, that's pretty hard to do. You have to like get over there just in time so you can spin off the wheel before the pellets make it to you. Otherwise, you have to wait for a couple seconds. Also, more intentional deaths here. This is another boss that we're going to do 2 intentional deaths, which means I can't make a single mistake to make it as fast as possible. So we're going to jump right now. And that's so we don't have to watch all of those ball enemies come out. So yeah.
The old Falcon McFly skip.
Oh, nice. You got those two really.
Yeah, that was actually really good,
Good RNG there.
Yeah. Shoutouts to when I ran this game on Disaster Relief Done Quick, where I died at the end of this boss fight. I'm going to call myself out for that. Lost 2 minutes. I think I've improved since then.
Maybe just a little.
Well, you know, we'll see.
I also want to apologize for GDQ because I'm going to go far underestimate. It's a good thing to apologize for, but when I submitted this game, I think I had a 218. My PB's now a 209.
Yeah, PB'd on like the last day before you came
Yeah, I
here.
literally got the 209 like the last day of practice that I
And
did.
it really just shows that how far our community has come. The fact that in such a short time from submission to now that we were able to get the time down that low.
Real quick, y'all, we just crossed $90,000 raised so
Oh,
far.
baby.
Keep it going.
I was close there, King.
I was very close there. We're good. And I found out that apparently you can die here, which I didn't know.
Well,
So
let's not
I-
find out again.
Yeah, Cryo told me that you can apparently fall off the bird there, so good to know. But there we go, we did it. No death this time.
No one wants to get us another 10K in the next 15 minutes.
I would love to
That's
hit
about
100,000.
how much is left in this run. 100K during Astrobot.
Plus about 8 minutes for the DLC.
Sorry, what was it?
Plus about 8 minutes for the DLC.
Oh, yeah,
something like
on
that,
top
yeah.
of that, yep.
So we have about like 10 to 20 more minutes. So honestly, I think we can do that. I would love to be on
We
stage
need
when we
to
hit
do that.
100K. That would be great.
Well, and you know, King doesn't want me to say this, but he is kind of bad at Great Master Challenge, so we might have a little bit more time.
Okay, this is slander. First you're like talking about my heritage, and now you're slandering my skills. So
Canada is doing their part to get us to 100K. You have no idea how good
shout
that
out to
is.
Canadians everywhere who are sending in their donations. I appreciate all of you. I will come back to you guys in 1 week span.
Canadians everywhere. If everywhere is just Canada.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Canadians and everywhere in Canada, okay? Okay. I couldn't hit him.
So we're on the Horizon level now.
Hey,
Yeah.
B-Dud, isn't there a run by some guy named B-Dud5 running Horizon tomorrow?
Chance.
Ooh. You guys should watch that run.
Yeah.
I've been watching him practice. It's crazy.
I've been practicing so much for it and been waiting 3 years now to
Also-
show this off at GDQ. So
Yeah. Also, just shout out, just skipping that zipline completely.
Yeah.
This level also has a very recent trick, and by recent I mean it was found like 3 days before Disaster Relief Done Quick, so I couldn't get to do it there. So we're gonna show it off here instead. It's called Blundy Skip, or as I like to call it, Blunderless. And that's gonna be to skip a cutscene, and it requires a pretty precise arrow shot, which we're gonna do later on. Also, because I'm using motion controls, you can actually see that I am aiming and moving at the same time, which if you play the game normally without, or sorry, not normally, but if you play the game without motion controls, you kind of have to, the game will force you to stop and aim, but I can basically play it like a third-person shooter, so.
So let's see if he gets these without.
Yeah,
dying.
these guys are annoying.
Slither things.
They're nice, though. They were nice to
And I
me.
think Beta, don't you jump over to that section and try to hit them up
I
close?
do. I jump over that gap and then I just shoot I try to line up the one as I'm jumping over the gap and then just like angle back to shoot the other two. Yeah.
And Blunder Jaw jump scare, here he comes.
It's the Blunder Jaw.
So, while we're doing this boss fight, I will quickly explain what Blundy Skip is. It's basically going to be, you thought Hyro was good.
Nice.
We have Hyro at home. It's basically a second Hyro skip, but it's slightly easier. And we're going to be, once again, jumping over a cutscene trigger, and then hopefully hovering over to the next island where we can hit a very precise arrow shot off to end the level. But first I have to beat this dinosaur up, send him back to the prehistoric age. And this is also like very annoying to aim, so that's why I'm glad I use motion controls.
Yeah, you can rapid fire to hit the green one like you saw on that second one there, but sometimes you lose the time interval if you do that, so sometimes using the reflex hunter skill to slow-mo is make sure that we can guarantee the shot without like 20 seconds of time loss.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we have one more shot that we have to do here, and it's up on his noggin. So up we go. There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so now we have Blundy Skip, which I'm gonna ask for serious time for. Because like I said, this is basically a second Hyro, and you know how serious Hyro can get, so here we go.
Oh.
Okay, it's not over. Now I have to do the shot. Nice.
Yes, let's go.
First try, nice. I'm very glad I pulled that one off first try.
I also just want to point out how hard it is to hit those shots accurately after 2 hours in a run. So big shout out to King for that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep your hands steady. Thankfully, I have practice because I speedrun Mario Odyssey. So.
And luckily, we have a drill for this last part.
Yeah, again, this game is nothing but morals. Please do not drill your PS5 cover onto the PS5. That is not how you do it. You just click it on. It's that easy. Also, yeah, shout out to motion controls where I actually have to like move this around with my arm.
Now let's see if he can get the actual hardest trick in the game.
Again, this is one that I don't think anybody really understands. You get it or you don't.
I've spent years of my life, even though this game's only been out for 5 months, figuring out how this skip works. But essentially, there is a way where if you hit all 4 of those like really fast, it just is like, oh yeah, you cleaned the panel, good job. Even though it's all full of paint, clearly. Yeah, if you get it, it saves like 20 seconds, but it's hard.
Definitely rough at the very end of a run.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know why they do this. This is not what you're supposed to do. This would break your PS5.
Right into the SSD, baby.
Yep. That poor SSD. And we're gonna flip it over and do it again. Because in case you didn't realize what you shouldn't do, they decided to show you twice. So we got some cutscenes going on here, so we can throw it off to some donations yet again.
Oh, these are so good.
Are the Canadians coming in loud and proud
They
again?
have not stopped.
Awesome.
The Canadians start coming and they don't stop coming. $50 from KingJO4, 50 Canada bucks for the fellow Canadian. Let's go. Oh, don't run away. It was $5 from Lexological. Shout out for the Canadians in the crowd. Here's 3 toonies, 1 loonie, and 22 cents of Canadian money, or $5 USD.
That's fair.
$250 from Gary, joining the Canadian train. Metric system for the win.
Let's go. Shout out to the metric system.
$25 from Lexological. Are you really Canadian if you haven't ridden a moose? It's as Canadian as breakfast Caesars alongside your Canadian bacon and maple syrup pancakes.
I have some plans for when I go home now.
We have any Tim Hortons mentions?
Yo, yeah, where are my Timmy's enjoyers?
$10 from Beardy, and here's 5 Canadian toonies, enough to get you a couple double-doubles from Timmy.
Let's go. Shout out to Tim Hortons. I stopped there on the way here. Oh no, it's evil. Look, it's a dark vortex. That has to be evil.
Oh no.
All right, so we have the big red break in case of emergency button. Is this an emergency? I think so. Let's do it. Go ahead with more donations.
Absolutely. $25 from Crushing Victory. Greetings from Canada. Now let's go out for a rip and get some world records, eh?
I don't think I understood that.
$10 as well from Moxiecat. Hey, bud, I heard there was a Canada train going. Here's $10 to beat the biggest hoser of all, cancer. Y'all have to deal with my terrible accent.
No, keep it coming.
No,
That's
Yes.
great. I don't think that was my plan when I talked about being Canadian. I'm happy it turned into this.
$15 from Ryan. Here's some Canadian Tire money. Don't forget to roll up to the rim to win.
No one's going to get these references except Canadians, and we're not going to
I was
explain
like,
them.
I have no idea.
So you might see there that King actually got a puzzle piece. So in the community, we call these the lucky puzzle pieces because these are the only puzzle pieces that don't count because time ends before that cutscene would play where the puzzle pieces are here. King has actually never gotten those puzzle pieces ever before. And this is a GDQ exclusive, so...
Yep, there's a first for everything, and this is the first for me.
To talk about this level in general, most of it's going to be kind of an auto splitter where there's not much you can do to speed it up, but there is little things where if you've studied the level, you know exactly like how to have 1 or 2 second time saves here and there. Two of them will specifically be like for when consoles are brought into play, like for the Vita and then also the PS3 with killing the enemies on them as fast as possible.
Yeah, and then we're actually going throughout the years of the PlayStation, so I hope that triggered repressed memories for a lot of people with the PlayStation 2 boot up.
Goated era.
Oh yeah, I'll grab this. I'm so used to skipping them. I wasn't ready for it. And so coming up, we're going to have Nebulax, which is the final boss. This is kind of like the lead up to the final boss. Nebulax has this wheel that he spins, and it's a wheel of all the power, or like most of the power-ups that we see in the game. There are 3 specific ones I'm going to be aiming for. We have a timing for the first one, but the other 2, it's all down to skill and whether I hit it or not. So it's usually not like too hard to do, but when you're on PB pace and you get there, it's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, great to have right at the end of the run.
Yeah, and you can lose like 30 seconds sometimes. Let's do a few more donations while we still got the time for it.
Got him. $25 here from Seek. Canada Train Hype. $7 from Jay. I'm pretty sure this is $2 Canadian. I might have gotten the exchange rate backwards though.
Yeah, I think that is a little backwards, but that's okay.
$10 from the True North. Canada mentioned, but not hockey. It's just Canadian.
We didn't say
It's a
anything.
double-double.
I can't believe we didn't say anything about hockey.
To be fair, I'm not a sports guy, so I'm sorry. There you go. I'm
sorry.
Threw one out there for my Canadians. All right, so right here is kind of annoying. We have to kill all these enemies. Oh, I left a lot there, but thankfully I can hit them right there. I hit all of them. Nice. That was good.
Shout out to Mystic Ryan, who famously said, "I'm fighting on the PS3."
Oh, so this fight is very easy. Just chill right here. Oh, okay, maybe not.
He said it was easy.
I said it was easy, and I messed it up. That means it's the hardest thing in the game now.
Well, not as hard as getting this last puzzle piece.
That's so true. I'm probably going to miss it instinctively. I'm sorry.
He will have to reset if he misses the puzzle piece. So.
We're going to have to play it from the top, everybody. 2 more hours. Let's do it. Yeah, fire off another one more donation, I think.
Oh, gotcha now. $20 here from Justin. I'm only Canada adjacent, but I have a plastic $20 bill in my wallet. You can have it.
Oh, thank you. Perfect. All right, so this is the end of the kind of auto-scroller part, kind of not. Like we said, you can save a little bit of time.
Last puzzle piece is here.
Last puzzle piece. I'll make sure to grab it for the fans. You know, I'm one to do it for the fans. Here you go, for the fans.
Lucky.
Woo!
Let's go.
Lucky number 4.
All right, it's time for the final boss. 2 hours and we're here.
So the final boss here, we're gonna have roughly like 6 power. I think it's 5 it's 5 power-ups that you can choose from. We're gonna be trying to go for the dog power-up, the magnet power-up, and the monkey power-up. Those were the fastest, roughly like 25, 30 seconds if you get those 3 on each of their segments. The frog power-up isn't too bad because that's like 35, 40 seconds, but the balloon power-up, we want to stay away from that as much as possible because that will take like 50 seconds to go through its segment if we get it.
Yeah, and we especially don't want to get the skull. That means he's going to send our enemies at us.
Yep, that's an extra 20 seconds time loss if we get the skull.
Yeah, Nebula likes to be dropping the skull emojis on us if we hit that.
That one's
Nice.
always easy. You can just throw it immediately when you grab it, so... But the other ones I have to time, so the main one I really want to hit is Magnet, so we're going to hope for that.
Yeah, Magnet has the opportunity to be really fast or really slow.
I think you're talking about Monkey. Magnet's definitely the fastest.
Yeah, Magnet's very consistent on every single time. Monkey, though, is like you have to grab the projectiles out of the air, so it's very easy to miss them, but it's so cool when you see it done well.
Yeah, so now I actually have to time them myself, and sometimes I'm not the best at it. We'll see how this goes. Okay, that's Magnet.
Nice.
Now, as long as I don't get Balloon, now on the final phase, this guy's going to be a little tricky to us, and he's going to actually knock it to the left 1 more than we actually get. So I'm actually going to try to get what I want 1 behind instead, if that makes sense. That was pretty bad RNG, but that's okay.
Yeah, so essentially if King is going for the monkey, he's going to try and aim for the frog space here.
Yep.
Oh, no!
What? Okay, I thought that was... Oh, my God.
Oh,
All right,
that's so
fine.
unlucky.
It's whatever. And I got the worst one. Well, then at least I know I can show this off, right? So he sends out enemies at us. There you go. This is what you don't want to happen. There we go.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
now,
it's not going to spin again.
now he won't spin it.
So go
now
straight
I want
for the
to
monkey,
land on
yeah.
it. There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
Monkey!
All right, so now we got to hope for good RNG, hopefully. Like I said, this one's also very RNG driven.
And the idea is to grab them right as they come down because they bounce away really fast. Some of them will stay on, like 1 out of 15 will stay on the board, but you can grab every single one of them that you see falling down.
Okay, that was weird. I thought I grabbed it. Okay, that wasn't the best RNG, but it's fine. So with that, though, time is coming up. We still have like one more little section here, but in about like 40-something seconds. So get ready on time here. Time is going to be when the ship explodes with like pink dust and stuff like that. Honestly, with the deaths we've had, we had a missed Hyro and stuff like that. A 2:12 is pretty good.
Very good.
I'm very happy with that.
Extremely good marathon run.
Anything under 2:15 would have been fine by me. So yeah,
Highly impressive.
and of course, you know, he's gonna throw the boat at us. So here we go. And get ready on time here in a few seconds. And time.
Hey.
I'm happy with that. And with that, I'm gonna show off this little cutscene here because, you know, we see all the Astrobots come together, but it doesn't end the way you might think it does. And bye-bye.
Astro, no! Now, if you want to see what happens to Astro,
Well, the real question is, does the audience want me to see what happens to Astro? Do you want me to save Astro?
Always save him.
Okay. I was gonna make it a joke and be like, all right, cool, let's do the incentives.
Sad ending.
While we wait for the fake out credits, you can read off another donation shout.
Absolutely. $50 in from Tot. Here's $50. This might be enough for a bag of milk and some poutine.
What's funny is we
You
brought...
do drink milk out of bags.
Yeah,
That's weird.
You know what's funny? We bought bagged milk and brought it here.
Ah, can I see it?
Yeah.
Dude, all right.
Just for you, I'll show you the bagged milk.
I mean, we have hard plastic containers. I don't think that's any better.
So I won't play
like-
the whole credits. Like, there's a whole, like, playable credits and stuff like that, but we'll save Astro.
I was wondering in the timing of this if you would make this part of it or not. Because, like, you can affect how fast...
Wake up!
It was a big debate
up!
when the game initially launched,
Astrobot,
and we had to run a community vote for it initially.
Yeah.
I personally like the change of us ending on the final bit.
Yeah.
It makes it more dramatic, but there definitely would be a few little strats in the credits that you could take advantage of. The thing though is in the credits they they fast forward your death, so sometimes they even like push you forward like slightly. So there's no like real time loss to dying. It's only like a second or two instead of like 5 to 10 seconds that you would in like an actual level.
I'm trying to make him like headbang, like he's listening to like a hard rock song or something. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, we just had, this is times. Like we just have to wait for this.
Astro's actually in the Screamo, so
There is no way to speed this up specifically.
There's no way that Astro's in this. Did you say Screamo? There's no way.
Speed up.
so long.
Astrobot.
It's always the same consistent time of how fast they're gonna throw you the legs and arms.
Yeah. Like you can shake them as much as you want. It's not gonna change anything. You're just gonna wear out your arms. And because I know the audience wants to see it, but we didn't have to do this. But here you go.
Yay! He lives!
He lives! Wake up! I just start shaking him again. Get up! Get up now!
There he is.
Canada.
Are they chanting Canada? That's the first and only time this will be chanted at GDQ. All right, now, oh my God, what a great pause. Anyhow, we got some incentives to do. So,
Let's do it, baby.
I'm actually gonna ask that we do the speedrun challenge first, because I want to end off on the Great Master Challenge, if that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get to that. So while we get there, shout another donation.
Absolutely. Let's take $5 here from Rezalock. Nice run, King J. Horizon Zero Bots. Best level?
It is a very good level.
True.
All right, so These are 5 free DLC levels that they released throughout the last like 2 months or something like that. And I want to quickly shout out Team Asobi. They're actually making like a real like tournament in person. They're flying, I think, the top 20, top 10, what is
Top
it?
8.
Top 8? Okay, dang,
Well,
top 8.
I think they're the top 20, but it's just for like backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's top 8 people on this level, building speed, are being flown out to London to compete in that. So that's really cool. And that just shows that they really like the speedrun community. Again, shout out to Team Asobi. I don't know if you're watching this. Hope you are. We all appreciate you and everything you've done for us and bringing us this awesome game. So we're going to go through this. Thank you all so much for reaching this incentive. I am not the best at these levels, but I'm pretty dang good. So without further, if I can toot my own horn. So without further ado, let's start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. So this one's building speed. This is the first one that was released. I'm doing them in chronological order that they were released. This is the Rocket Dog one, so yeah.
And this is also the one that they're doing the tournament for.
Yep. A lot of things have been like little millisecond time saves have been found by people running these levels for hours. So one thing is that shorter bursts are actually faster than longer bursts with the dog power up. It's like, again, millisecond difference, but
You gotta take all the time you can get.
yes.
And people take these very seriously, by the way. And there's one.
Yeah, minus 1 frame.
One down.
One down, 4 more to go. I'm going for some safety strats just because of the fact that like I have to do these in RTA, which I never do, like all in one go. But I am gonna go for one not safe strat, and it's a really cool one. It's called Seal Jump, so hope you guys like it if I get it. I'm gonna go for it until I get it because it looks really cool. And it's right here. Nice.
Let's
Wait,
go.
hold up. Oh, okay, there we go. I got it. Let's go.
So how that works is like the hover boots counts as like an attack. So the hover boots creates like this reaction out of the seal, but he is able to land on it right after he finishes the hover boots. So he attacks it and then turns them off right at the precise second.
God, these hover extensions are so good.
Yeah, you can barely make it across like all these gaps, and just like that, we're at the end of the second one. Nice.
Nice, really
good job.
cool level.
That is probably like, in my opinion, the level that's like so difficult to do, but it's really cool. No pun intended. That was the loudest I've ever heard. All right, so this one is the frog power, but this is probably the one that I played the least. So yeah. With that being said, here we go. There's gonna be another Donkey Kong reference coming up here on this one.
Oh, babe.
Yeah, one of the hardest tricks in the game, B-Dud and I found here.
Yeah, the super froggy jumps. Yeah, so there's a wave that if you ever see like a top run of this, there's like this insanely hard trick where if you punch while like on the top of one of those red swingy cylinders, that you can actually get a launch off of it. So like climbing that wall becomes like a few seconds faster or something.
Nice jump there off the barrel. There you go.
Nice.
Okay, the ending here is a little scary. Sometimes it just doesn't like to cling on to this, so let's hope I get this. Nice.
Oh, little double punch.
And there we
Nice.
go. Awesome.
That's good.
41's pretty good. I'll
Yeah.
take that. Again, I'm going for slightly safer strats, so getting anywhere near my PBs on them is pretty okay. This one, I think I played less than the frog one, so.
Now that I think about it.
This
Now that I
is the
think
one
about
that everybody's really played the least because it was like towards the end of the cycle of them all coming out.
Yeah. But thankfully this one has a very easy route for us to do.
Yeah.
It's also cool because we don't really get to see the balloon power up that much, so we get to have a little bit more with it.
Really
Go
cool
around the
trick right
outside.
there
Yeah.
to jump on the side of the corn cob cylinders. Yeah, that saves probably like 5 seconds over going around, something like that.
Nice.
And then
You get
do
a little boost
hover.
there from the Gust Man.
And easy. Nice.
Nice.
Very good. All right, so the last one. They announced, we knew they were gonna do one. The next one's the monkey level.
Yeah, they teased it in the
baby.
trailer before any of the DLC levels came out.
I'm going to play it safe, so I'm not going to go crazy like I did in the any % run, okay? But
if you look at like the top 100 times on the leaderboards, they're the most separated out of any of the levels.
it does start with a pretty cool skip, too.
It does.
Yeah, I think first place is like a full second ahead of second place.
Oh, whoops. Okay, I need you to get up there. Thank you. There you go. That's a skip.
Nice.
I'll do a little bit of fast climbing here. There
Oh,
you go.
nice.
It looks so good, dude.
It's so good when it works well. Unfortunately,
yeah,
that's
this
not
level
always the
is
case.
like the easiest one to like mess up on.
Okay, that's the cycle I wanted to hit, so that's good.
Good.
There you go. And I'm going to take this safe, because if you try to fast climb here and you mess up, it just kills you, so.
And we've got time coming up here.
Yeah, time's coming up when I hit the pad here. And time.
Sub 5 minutes.
Sub 5.
Not even a problem. Not even like one big mess up. We take those. All right, so that was, thank you everyone once again for your donations for that. It was very close. We made it in time thanks to the Canadians who came through for that one. So now it's time for a Great Master Challenge. Anybody who's played this game knows what Great Master Challenge is. You 100%ed it. I know a lot of people took a very long time to beat it. There's a lot of tweets and messages that I've heard of people taking 3+ hours and really struggling on it. It's definitely the hardest level out there. Before we go there, though, I do want to quickly show off one bot that was added in the DLC. It was the winter DLC recently, and the only reason why is because it's one that I didn't think was going to get shown up. Where am I going? I went to the right side, and then I went
Who are you trying to find?
You'll see.
It's a secret.
It's a secret to everybody, okay?
Oh,
In case you didn't know that this was added in, I'm going to slightly spoil it here. There they are, the Spider-Man.
Oh, what's up, boys?
The reason I'm showing this off to any cat lovers in the audience,
Aw, kitty.
there's the cat, and also if you hit him, he'll come back, and there's the cat. There you go.
Oh, the little pet.
The little
that was so
pet.
cute.
All right, so let's go ahead and do Great Master Challenge. So like I said, a lot of people take a while to beat this one. Let's see if I can get it one try. Also, yeah, here's all the bots, by the way, in the game.
There's so many.
And also DLC ones, too. So you saw Gex there as well.
so we're going to the moon.
We are going to the moon. Up, up, and away we go. And here we go. So get ready on timer, and go. And I'm gonna not talk through this. This is one of those levels that even like top runners can mess up pretty easily.
Yeah.
Not KingJ, of course, but
But it's just like they're throwing all the enemies that you see throughout the game all at once here. So you're gonna go around the side here, and there's gonna be some explosive enemies that go onto his body. So he's gonna do a spin attack to get him off. Oh no!
Another dropped input. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll add that to the counter. It's okay. It's all good. That one was early on, at least.
yeah, and this is the most popular individual level run where we have the most people who do this. That doesn't include the speedrun levels that you guys just saw.
What? Why was his spikes out?
I hate those
Okay,
enemies
you know what? I'm
because
gonna restart the level because this level does
Cycles.
have
Yeah, the cycles
It does
really
have
do
cycles,
that.
and I think that's what that was.
what's annoying about those spike enemies is that their idle animations will just automatically pop out the spikes, regardless if they detect that you're nearby or not. So
That was my bad. I should have restarted after the first death. Okay, now we'll get it. First real try. Like, come on.
yeah, this is first try.
Yeah. It's first try when we say it is.
Why would we lie?
And if you do want to prove King wrong that it is not his first try, you should tell us through a donation.
These glob monsters on here have I don't remember what their actual names are. I just call them the glob monsters each time.
I like that.
They glob a lot. But their projectiles are so unfair. It's like, I swear they have aimbot or something.
All right, I want everybody to say this out loud with me. X.
It's actually cross.
Triangle.
Triangle.
Square.
Are we assembling Captain Planet?
Circle. And there we go. Nice. Woo! Took a few tries, but that's okay. And get ready on time for the last incentive. I got knocked back and time. There we go. Woo! All right.
Let's go, King J.
Thank you. Real talk, I want to quickly, first of all, I want to shout out my commentators. Thank you all. I could not do this for 2 hours alone in the very, at all. I also want to shout out the entire Astrobot community, people who couldn't be here. We already shouted out most of them. But for anyone that we missed, you guys are known and we care about you. You mean everything. Anybody in that Discord has helped this game get to where it is today. I also want to quickly thank GDQ for having me, not just for this run. I will be back for Awful Block, baby. I'm running the other best game of all time, Golf with Your Grandmother, so you better be there for that. That's going to be something else. But for real, this was my first ever mainline in-person GDQ run, and I couldn't have picked a better game and a more awesome game to get to kick it off with, and here's to hopefully more runs that I get to do in the future. So thank you so much for having me. And any other shout outs that you guys have?
Play Astrobot, and it looks like a cool speed run.
And also, don't forget B-Dot's run.
Yes.
I'm playing Horizon tomorrow night. It's gonna be my first mainline GDQ appearance, running a game too. So
Yeah.
We actually face revealed him in this run. So.
Yeah, it is his face reveal.
Anyhow, that's it for me. Thank you, audience, for being awesome. Thank you for the donations and Canadians.
Thank you to all
Thank
Canadians.
you, Canada.